Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Everything was going so great. We were about to start, and then I dropped my goat.
Oh no.
Yeah, I dropped
a euphemism.
Yeah, what's
not here.
Urban Dictionary, hurry.
Sexual.
Dropping the goat.
I know that position.
Do you?
I'm not good at it, but I do know it.
No?
I'm just not emotionally comfortable with it, I think.
Yeah, I get that.
Mostly.
Is
What
it
has to do with
an A minor? What was that you don't prefer?
A flat?
A flat.
Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, everybody. It's a glorious Tuesday here in Dallas, Texas, as we are recording this episode. We're going to talk about the movie Blockers, which was cock blockers, and then it became emoji blockers, and then
blue blockers. Then they went back to blockers.
Wow.
And then
nice blue blockers ref.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hearty reference.
There are
right
four people out there going, yep, I remember those sunglasses.
Well, no, Linus still likes to wear those because he has a really big head, and they fit his head very nicely.
How big is it?
It's he's got a size 14 shoe. So.
And you know what they say.
Yeah.
His dick is huge. Is that it?
Big socks.
Pretty sure that's.
Am I right?
I don't know. I assume.
I like to point out that dropping a goat is not a thing, but to drop a dragon's goat means to poop.
Oh,
A
interesting.
dragon's goat.
You got to go drop a dragon's goat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know that.
Continue.
Though. Thank you.
Special guest in studio tonight, and look at how adorable they look on
They're
the feed.
so cute.
Jarrett and Rebecca Adlof. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Now, Jarrett and I met because you are a musician, and your band, Offended by Everything, was killing, and then you guys just decided not to kill anymore.
Yeah, we called it quits, but I felt like we called it quits at our peak, and so it was all downhill from there. So it was fine.
Right, you look back and good memories though, and you and the dudes are all still friends and stuff.
Yeah, no, we're all good, and we got to do that 25th anniversary for you guys, which was really cool that weekend. That was really super fun. So yeah, no, we're all still cool, and the band's everybody's doing their own thing now.
Is that weird that was 2 years ago?
Yeah, no, it was super weird, particularly at your show, and I saw 27. I was like, man,
Oh, that's right.
I was like, I was just here.
Yeah, it does. It's like a blip in the pan. Well, yeah, man. And so now, though, people can actually hear us together because you asked me to do a cover song with you. But you have since started your own label. You're just putting out your own music. You've got a new project. But you also work a full-time job, right?
Yeah, I have a full-time day job that actually pays the bills.
Right.
But then, yeah, for sure, we've got the record label. I do my own music. You and I got to do the Greatest Showman cover, which was super, super cool for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been awesome. We've been super busy, and it's nice to get back into the shows as well. I had my first one actually the day after y'all played, which was super cool. So first one back, I should say. So yeah, it's been fun.
Dolly Rots were on last week or the week before, and you're going to play with them at one of our favorite bars in the world, Three Links, in July, which will be good.
Yeah, I've actually never played Three Links, and all the local shows that I've played here, that's one of the venues I haven't played, so I'm super stoked for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's just the greatest staff of any, because everybody's cherry-picked.
It's just like where you want to be to watch a punk rock show. It just is. Like,
for
it's
sure.
just a staple.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And your lovely wife, Rebecca, is there. Hello. Well, you can say hi.
Hi.
And now you guys have 2 kids,
Yes.
and they're awesome. I follow you guys on the, have you guys heard, well, I guess the rest of y'all, have y'all heard of this Instagram?
The gram.
Oh, the gram.
The gram.
He had to teach me how to use it. I didn't even know what a hashtag was.
It's the one for the food, right?
All the food.
Yeah. Well, you and then, now, are you from Kansas City?
Yes,
Yeah, born and raised?
mostly.
Kansas or Missouri?
Both sides. So I was actually, I spent
That
most of my life in
doesn't sound
Missouri. I like
She likes both sides.
All right. Wow. Anyway, we're glad you guys are here. This is going to be fun. We're going to talk about the movie Blockers, but as we get closer to time, I do need to say a couple of things. We got some news, actually. Comedian Brent Pella, who does our podcast voiceover intro, announced yesterday that he will be joining the cast of Nick Cannon's Wild and Out for season 16, airing this fall. Check your TV guide for more information. Congratulations to him. Also, be very, very careful because that dude will get you
He
pregnant.
will knock you up.
Oh my gosh. They have like 7 kids.
He will impregnate the shit out of you. So be
Oh, that
careful.
guy.
Yeah. Be careful, Brent. Also, a friend of the show, Kurt Fletcher, just on here. So speaking of comedians, this weekend will celebrate his 2000th comedy show. So everybody make sure you go and support him. Check him out, Kurt Fletcher, and his podcast, In the Rye. The theme song is magical. It's worth just the...
Everett.
It's worth the listen. Our podcast is driven by our Patreon supporters. You guys are the absolute backbone of this show. If it weren't for your support, we would not be able to be commercial free and in your face every single week. So thank you, first of all, to all of our Patreon supporters. Any of you guys who are not Patreon supporters, I still sort of like you.
Just a little bit.
But, what's your fucking problem?
Yeah, are we not talented enough?
No.
We don't entertain you. So you listen to the show.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, don't just go with talent.
It's
Entertaining is
$1
a
a
whole
month.
different thing.
But
It's $1 a month. That's a
Kardashians.
quarter an episode.
Can't be bothered.
What are you going to do? Make a phone call? No. There's no pay phones anymore.
tell me where the closest payphone is to this house. You don't fucking know. Nobody
I'm going to say
knows.
the airport. That's the only place I know that still has them. Speaking of Patreon supporters, we have a new one at the $21.40 level. Tom, Chad, Michael Murray, everybody. Give it up for him. He does not get a nickname, by the way. That is enough names. I know, Sean, you're going to say, should we give him a nickname? The answer is no. He's already got 4 first names. Tom, Chad, Michael Murray.
The original Chad Michael Murray.
I wonder if that's like, if it's just a group of friends.
It's not. Do you not know who Chad Michael Murray
He was in that show
Murphy
on
is?
Jarrett.
CW.
What?
That is his nickname that I gave him. Tom
Murray.
Chad Michael Murray.
You know, the guy who's always real squinty.
No.
Let's play basketball.
One Tree Hill.
One
There-
Tree Hill.
oh, no, I don't know.
Always
Who
on
that
all
is.
the
Freaky
Hallmark.
Friday. He's
Yeah.
probably on that fucking
Yeah,
thing
he's
somewhere.
probably right above
I don't know who that is. I really don't.
He's the boy in Freaky
He's
Friday.
stoned all the time.
I'm
Long haired guy.
playing for the Ravens.
What?
He looks like what all the fucking guys looked like in the
Yeah.
early 2000s in movies.
This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. Our $20 and up supporters are the producers of this particular program each week, and they do include and actually conclude at this list. Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris the $12 million man Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Colton Swartz, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David the Original Murray, Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Derek Smith, Diane Small, Dom Scheffenberg, Petretta, Ernie Soulman McCracken, Gage Strickland, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, Hangover You Don't Deserve the Podcast, James Ridinger. That's real, by the way.
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's real, and he's gonna fucking stop supporting the show because I'm gonna laugh every time.
We put it on there phonetically for you too. So the show.
Oh, is that one not real?
No, it is real.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, Jared Spear, Jason Aylesworth, Jason Palladino, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher as well, Lance Lyde, Les. Oh, sorry. I gotta say it fast. Landslide. Landslide. And then, of course, Les Zaldor Zielinski, Lily Holohan, Lindsay Sponsel, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Michael McClary, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty, Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom, Chad Michael Murray. There it is in quotes. That makes way more sense. Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Matta, Woody Chambers, Spheres, and, Zodiac Zach, and Spheres. Give it up for all of our producers. We could not do this show without you. If you want to be a part of the winning team, just go to patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. For as little as $1 a month, you can be a supporter. And for as little as $5 a month, the perks just start coming. And they start with hours upon hours upon hours of outtakes. So if you think that all of the hilarity that ensues during the stream or during the... wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. During you listening to the podcast, you are wrong. There's more hilarity that does ensue. Blockers! It's a rated R movie, 2018 comedy, teen sex movie.
There wasn't enough teen sex.
They lied to us.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Were any of those girls actually teenagers? They couldn't be, really, right?
The brunette looked pretty young.
The short one?
Yeah.
When did this come out?
2018.
He's 24 now.
Oh,
Yeah, so
no,
see, they know what they're doing.
All good.
An hour and 42 minutes, 6.2, and this is an interesting one here, 6.2 on IMDb, 84% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
All right, so that's interesting. You guys familiar with how Rotten Tomatoes actually works?
The people vote for the Rotten Tomatoes.
Right, but here's the thing. It's just basically you either like it better than you don't, or you don't like it more than you do.
So if it's okay, we're good to go.
Yeah, if it's okay, you get a thumbs up. So 84% of people thought this was better than it sucked. Budget $21 million, which surprised me, actually, because that seems low.
Yeah, John Cena alone gets $20 million.
You would think he's a $20 million guy, right?
There's no way.
With that ass chug, yeah.
Yeah, are you kidding? His ass is crazy.
What else has he
And
been
Leslie
in?
Mann, too.
of
Trainwreck.
Trainwreck.
Okay, that and then the one where the two sisters and he's the drug dealer.
Oh, that's
assistant.
on X-Hamster. Wrong guy. That just looks like him.
That's John Pena.
Oh, my God.
I like him
He
better.
was in Playing with Fire, the worst movie of all
Oh,
time.
that was
Oh,
awful.
that movie was not great.
He
Not
was-
great.
Oh, Daddy's Home. Ferdinand. He was
hold
the
on.
voice of
Oh,
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Baby, we got to go back to this play. Was it Playing with Fire?
Do we have to? I'm trying not to think about
not
it.
kidding. So as you guys know, if you listen to this show, I seldom will just take a shit on a movie. Like I can find entertainment in pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of work goes into motion pictures. I get it. Somebody at some point thought this was good. I cannot imagine anybody put a stamp on that fucking piece of shit.
Is it supposed to be funny?
It's supposed to be funny, and it is. It is so bad.
How bad?
It literally is like it. I swear to God, it feels like they're going in one room, and a guy's going, I don't know what to do next, guys. Just go in there and do this. And then they go in there and they're fumbling over it or whatever. Just get to the point, and they're not ad-lib comics, you know?
And that's
It has 23% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that is actually surprising because I think I actually hated that movie worse than Dude, Where's My Car?
What about UHF?
Ooh.
What did UHF have?
Well, I don't know, but I'm asking you.
It wasn't much higher than that.
I think
Oh,
that's
no.
my type.
I think I just, not, I don't say
No,
My kid got diarrhea in the middle of this movie, and I was thankful.
I have enough Weird Al nostalgia love
to not need UHF.
to fuck with that more than Playing with Fire with John Cena.
And that sucks because Playing with Fire is probably one of the top 3 coolest things you can do in your whole life.
But then again, budget on that one, 29.9. It made 69.4 in the box office.
Dang, more.
So make some shitty movies and
For the record, our 10-year-old loves that movie.
it's so bad.
No, it's
like,
awful.
loves
I saw
that
my
movie.
And I
Right.
guess that's the thing, right? It's like because as adults, we paid to go see that. Obviously, we took our child or whatever, but it's almost like watching, current, oh boy, there he is. But, current situations that he would find on television on some of the channels, that you might see. It's unwatchable at times. You know what I'm talking about? I'll give some examples in just a few seconds. But you haven't seen Playing with Fire?
No.
Don't.
Okay.
I've never even heard of it.
Don't. Like, don't even let your kid see it because if he likes it, I'm afraid for your safety.
Is this a recent thing?
Yeah. It came out. It was like one of the movies we went and saw during COVID because you couldn't. There was nothing else out there.
I see.
Yeah. So.
All right. Thanks for the heads up. I already watch enough annoying shit.
It's about 3 orphans who get a new dad.
Okay.
Did I ruin the movie?
No.
There you go.
But they
That's
get
it, though.
the
Now
new
he doesn't have to
dad.
see it.
They get
Spoiler
the new
alert.
dad from spending the night at a firehouse, and the guy just adopts him.
Oh, because they drop him off like at the
That's what I
door in a
remember.
box.
One weekend and he's their daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie's
Well, we've all been there.
And they've got the angsty teenager and the
couldn't
little
even
girl who's
remember
super
it.
cute. You know, and then
Emo haircut, dressed in black kid.
Oh no, that. Oh well, no. He's a little too
You're
young
not
for
too
that.
far off.
Okay, let's discuss this.
This fucking piece of shit.
No, wait,
on,
I
he's
see the
still-
hand.
he's still
He's-
standing there.
Look at him.
Still there.
I can see you, Everett.
No, it's like these shows.
I'll bring my son in.
Like, so do y'all's kid? How old's your oldest again?
He's 10.
Okay, so you guys have to have been through a few of these. This Richie Rich.
The movie.
The new one.
no,
I like
no.
Macaulay Culkin.
This
Oh,
show.
okay.
That movie was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
This Richie Rich show, I'm not joking. Like I can't make it through a commercial break on the thing. It's that
man.
bad. Yeah.
Pretty unwatchable.
Also, what's the one about the toys?
Toy Story.
No.
I hate that.
That
4.
shit's good.
That piece of shit trilogy of. Never mind. I can't even fake
4
it.
of
It's,
them.
it's amazing.
No, it's so
No. Battery's not included.
Oh, didn't
This
I've not seen
fucking
that.
piece of
Is that
shit.
an ex-hamster situation?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
They're included in that
What's
one.
that?
And
I
then
don't know what that is.
Yeah, there's batteries.
The stepbrother tripped over stepsister trying to find the batteries under
I thought it was like an Amish community, and there was like they had to improvise.
with like a corn mill type.
The ending is
ox
fantastic.
On a,
We should just write a few of these.
I feel
Recruit
like
people.
we're wasting our talent here.
Well, I think that
The
goes
second
without
time you
saying.
use the word talent, like just universally in this room.
We
You
just
know all
asked,
this talent we have.
we just asked people to give us money, and now we're telling them
Please.
how terrible we are. Now, let me ask you this, Eric: had you seen this movie before?
No, I hadn't, but I knew of this movie. I nailed this pre-synopsis
Okay.
like crazy. We can either do it if you want, just to prove how smart I am, or we can just skip it.
Let's see
Because
what
it's-
goes on. Let's see. So you guys know, if you don't know, he can only look at the title and the cover art, and he has to tell us what he thinks the movie is about. Eric,
Synopsis.
A group of overbearing parents plot and scheme to keep their kids from losing their virginity on prom night. But can they? Before it's too late.
okay, all right. So you did nail it.
Sean, you added that.
Eric,
Synopsis.
That's hilarious.
what is the movie actually about?
Three
Eric?
parents try to stop their daughters from losing their virginity on prom night before it's too late. Best one so far. Lined up 100%.
I mean, it's pretty nuts, man. It's like
Would have been a real uneventful movie if my mom tried to stop me from losing my virginity on prom night.
Why?
Because it would have been long gone by that point.
It was gone.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, I'm Sam. Hi, I'm Julie. And the good times
I'm Hunter. Sam's mine right there, the one with the glasses.
I'm Lisa. That's my Julie.
I'm Mitchell. Kayla's hero.
Are you okay?
Yeah. You crying? No, man. It's a big day. It's all. Get a tissue, please. Thank you.
It's a big day for all of us.
Yeah, thanks.
I think our daughters are friends. And I think that means we're friends. Should we go get a drink?
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go get a drink?
They need it.
Do you guys want to go grab a drink real quick?
Is he asking us if we want to go grab a drink?
I'm really hoping it's coffee.
It's so good, and you know you do. This is weird. It's a weird thing when you start to get into things like this with your kids, and you do have to go through that. Are we supposed to be friends with these guys? And I feel like
I hope not.
I feel like generationally, it's gotten easier because we do things like have a birthday party at a bowling alley, and you can just be like, hey, do you want to go get a beer or whatever? Or you just go get a beer and you ignore everybody,
and
which is what I do.
become friends on Facebook or something, and then you get to know them without having to get to know them face to face.
I like that. I like that way better.
Or you can choose not to get to know them very quickly based on...
Exactly.
I am on record on this show, even earlier today, was saying that dicks are weird. And I am so glad I'm not a fucking girl. And they address this in this movie where she goes... You know, I fucking reached down there and held it, and she's just like, "Well, all dicks are weird or whatever," and it's true. It's like, it's weird to fucking have one.
It's not.
All genitalia is weird. Ours is just more sought after.
Yeah,
that's
but
absolutely
also
true.
A lot more,
but less invasive.
And it's more.
Y'all are just like, you don't even have to look for them. You're like, fucking put them away.
That's the thing. Ours is just a little bit more elusive. Like, you really got to search for what you want to
You're
find.
not getting unsolicited vagina pics all day long.
I get the fact that but it is kind of like a flower. You know, it looks like a flower.
Okay, Georgia O'Keeffe.
No, it really does. It looks like a flower. And then,
it looks like a roast beef sandwich turned sideways.
Some of them do.
Some of them
Your friend on the bridge downtown.
Unless they're Japanese, in which case it looks like they're pixelated. Is that right, baby?
Yeah, they're pixelated. Yeah, over there.
But they're also sideways.
Yeah, they're sideways, pixelated, and
that's why they pixelate them.
And when they squirt, it goes the other way.
Gross.
In Australia,
Sharking on you?
And I think there are ping pong balls
God,
in there
that got
somewhere.
weird quick. No, that's Thailand.
Okay. Tomato, guys.
You know, it's an interesting relationship again, like with this whole college thing of like the kids, they send off all of these letters. And I know like the other side of our life, when Emma was sending all this, it was such a big deal to that house. And to us, we were like, you know, I mean, if you want to go there, apply, whatever the fuck you want to do. We don't give a shit. Go to community college or whatever. Do you guys think, and we talked about this a lot on the Rockstar Dad Show, but I'm curious what you guys think. Like, how do you feel? I know how Casey feels, obviously, but college to me is a very weird topic because I think it's becoming less and less of a thing. Unless you want to be a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer, really all it is giving your kid another 4 years of trying to figure out who the fuck they are.
Agreed.
Well, yeah, it's like a place to store them because they're definitely not old enough at 18.
Because they're not
it's
ready
just
yet.
another place to fucking store them
Until they're
temporarily until they're okay to fucking communicate with real people.
It's a way to get though, even, I mean, as Everett grows, I just can see us in 10 years. And I know obviously this is a conversation that we would have then, but it would be a thing where it's just like, man, you know, he could get an internship over here and make, you know, he can live off $15,000 a year. He can fucking figure it out and then owe nothing. And then, you know, the next thing you know, the kid's a fucking COO of some shit.
Unless what if he wants to be, but what if he wants to be a doctor? Like, you know,
no. That's the thing. So take those out. Teacher, doctor, lawyer, any of that shit, take that out. Going general studies or whatever, to me, I'm wondering if that's even going to be a thing
Do you not
anymore.
feel like you learned more from like your college fucking psychology class than you learned in high school? Or
I definitely didn't
I learned more from my college speech class than I learned from fucking English in high
There's
school.
social benefits to it, and there's kind of that kind of latent knowledge that helps you out as you move through life later on. But, you know, like Derek, like me, we work in an industry where 4 years of college, whatever you learned that first year would be obsolete by the time you
go
got
into
to the end of it.
Right. You need to dive into what you're going to do. Yeah.
But you're more hireable if you have the degree because it says that you finished the fucking goal and then you can move from there.
In some industries.
I didn't finish college, mind you, and I'm a hairstylist, so it's not like I used it, but I do still think it's important.
Jarrett, I didn't finish college either. And then meandered around for quite a while, kind of doing music or just doing bullshit while I was doing music or whatever. But by the time I got into the field that I'm in now, that I've been in for 10 years now, I mean, Jesus Christ, the way we did things 10 years ago, when we get interns now, they're just like, no shit. It's like telling them we used card catalogs at the library.
Yeah.
You know, they're like,
what's so weird about our situation too is like I got a trade and he got 2 fucking degrees.
Yeah.
And you're a musician and I'm like, you need to fucking go to college. And you're like, you're fine. Don't fucking do it. It's just funny. Like, our household is interesting that way.
Eggplant agreement.
Yeah, they got an agreement to make eggplant parmesan.
No, eggplants are dicks in teenage emoji language.
What?
You know what? That's true. Julie told me that the emojis they all have secret meanings. So like trees are weed and snowflakes are cocaine and that thing is Yas Queen.
Yas Queen!
What the hell's that?
You've never heard of Yas Queen?
No.
All right, Grandpa. Hold on. Julie is making some kind of a dick-related agreement here. Kayla is in on the agreement.
No fucking way.
Okay, clown face. What the fuck does that mean?
That means she's down to clown.
Okay.
3 eggplants? And look at the drool coming out of that smiley face.
You wish that was drool. That's cum, my man.
Stand down.
Stand down.
This is sex if I've ever seen it illustrated in emoji
Oh,
form.
no, maybe not. They're best friends. They're just saying, like, you're okay with me. You're okay to me. You're okay
You say that to your friends? Whenever I see my friends, I go, hey, you're okay with
No,
me.
don't use these.
Hold on, agreement hands. This is it's a sex agreement. They're making a sex pact. They're gonna lose their virginity on prom night.
That cannot be a sex pact. That is friendship. And that is the bond of friendship that can never be broken.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, look, they wrote Sex Pact 2018. I fucking knew it. I love puzzles. I told you guys. Have you seen Inferno? Lise, have you seen Inferno? Have you guys seen Inferno? I figured out in 2 seconds. Did you see Inferno? The guy jumps off the thing in the beginning. He's got virus. Have you seen Inferno with Tom Hanks?
I figured it out in 2 seconds.
That
You guys
guy's
see
the best.
He's so good.
Actually, John Cena may beat him out a little bit,
Well,
though.
so that was my next thing that I was going to discuss and I am super curious, but
He's not a great actor. He's just the right actor.
I will say this about this movie, and I remember Casey and I going to see it, and I remember leaving, and I remember putting it on Facebook, and everybody that would ask about it, and I was blown away by him in this. Honestly, everything he says is fucking hilarious. There was 1 or 2 weird little things where it was an acting thing or whatever that it bugged me. But man, this dude in this movie just 100% stole it.
That he can play the dichotomy between what you expect of him as kind of a meathead and everybody. We already know he's a professional wrestler in his, main
you
job.
can't not see John Cena when you see him.
Right.
But
But that he can play that aw shucks, nerdy,
tucked in
humble,
shirt with the cargo shorts and the belt clip.
crying. And he does it, like you said, he does it so incredibly well.
It's so good.
And yes, I don't expect the acting to be John Malkovich.
Honestly,
level,
though, he's good.
But,
He really is. He's good.
But would John Malkovich have been better in this? Well, maybe.
No.
But
no, he wouldn't have.
Absolutely.
Actually, I don't know. Let me think about
It's
that for
possible.
a second. We didn't even talk about the panties at the front or the G-string or whatever.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to rip these off you with my feet.
Billy Goat.
Those are your daughters.
Your daughter.
His mouth.
Whatever. It's like, oh my God. But yeah,
my mom can pinpoint to the day that my stepdad stopped doing my laundry.
Yep, same.
Like, it was just like a
your
very
stepdad
clear.
used to do her
stepdad
God
used to
damn
do
it,
my
I
laundry.
fucked that up.
Yeah, it was just a very nope, I'm out. Like, and that was it. Also, then I had to start doing my own fucking laundry stuff.
So I do have to we have to talk about the acting for a second, because I do think Ika's great. I think John Cena's wonderful. I personally like the mom. Her voice gets
Leslie Mann.
I like her.
Her voice gets on Casey's nerves.
No, it does not.
Oh, I thought it did.
No.
Oh, I just like it.
Every time he never recognizes her, and then he always, by the end of it, knows she's hot and that he likes her voice.
Yeah.
Like the squeaky-haired Mallrats girl.
Yeah, I like her.
Or squeaky voice.
She was the one that worked at Hooters and Big Daddy.
That's exactly
right.
what I said.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she was the sister in Knocked Up.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is 40.
Yes. And then the other woman.
But I will say this. Kayla, the girl who plays Kayla, is hands down this whole movie. Everything she says to me is so funny. It's so spot on. And we've seen her in that other movie. The Package.
It was the same character.
And she was great in that
This all
too.
lives in the same universe.
Sure,
apparently.
but she just has that comedic timing of, and it's funny
If we
because
don't start seeing her in everything, like, I'll be
that's what Amy said earlier, and I said that you said that. I was like, well, and then I said, and then you said,
a bunch of cocks slapped in my face.
and then that's that. But I lost my train of thought because that was fucking funny.
She should be in everything.
You love it.
She should be in everything.
Yeah, she's great. But anyway, I all of this, even the dudes. I mean, the man bun kid got on my nerves a smidge.
Dude, but what's so fucked up about that kid is he did get on my nerves. But even whenever we saw this in theaters, I'm like, I know exactly who that kid is from my high school. There is that kid, and he looks exactly fucking like that. And he sounds just like that, and he's nice like that.
He did do a good job at that.
It was so fucking spot on.
The just when they're starting to talk after this sex inferno thing or whatever, and he's just like, and Connor with the man bun, and
you're not doing that
you're
right.
using that wrong. I don't know why you keep doing
His
that.
name is Connor.
Yeah, so if you put it in quotes, it's supposed to not be the
Why
thing.
don't y'all come back to Earth? What?
Well, so we talked about this bit earlier. Here we fast forward to the actual prom, and they're outside, and the girl that we're talking about, Kayla, is like, "Oh, and by the way, I'm having sex with you tonight."
Wherever the world brings us.
Before I drink this.
Yeah.
Where there you go.
Yeah.
I thought was nice.
Wherever the world.
That she was just letting him know, like, hey, before
Well,
I get
that's-
fucked up, because I'm
It's
going
going
to.
to bring you right down
Early
here,
consent.
just into this. Well, if the universe wills it, no, it's going to will you into my vagina.
Vagina, your penis
that's
will
what
blow
we're going to do
right in here
tonight. Yeah. And but hey, and this is another character that, and you are right, Case, in the Connor situation, because that kid did exist. I was part of the Just Say No generation, so in high school I stayed away from that kid, but I know exactly who it was, and he's got the AIDS.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Not HIV, but
No,
full-blown AIDS.
AIDS.
You've got AIDS.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a true fucking story, by the way. I'm not joking. I don't know that he's even on the planet anymore. It's not like fucking Magic Johnson AIDS. It's like real ass fucking full blown AIDS.
Not HIV.
No, but full blown AIDS.
Sorry, it couldn't be something.
Anyway,
less
I don't
serious.
mean to make light of that, but what I was gonna say was
You
this.
kind of did.
Did y'all ever have the person
With AIDS?
we had this girl in high school that the music would start at the dance and she would just dance by herself, but not like what everybody else was dancing. She would literally do like
a choreographed dance.
a choreographed, like interpretive
Fuck yeah.
dance by herself.
That's exciting.
And she did that all the way through high school and into college.
Oh,
You'd
man,
see
that's
her at
fun to
places
watch.
and doing that shit.
We're gonna develop the Romeo and Michelle dance for
That's
the
right.
next time somebody in our crew gets married.
Did y'all have that kid or no? Y'all never had like the kid that just
No.
fucking
It was me.
We only stay at the prom for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Nobody ever
dancing
got to
with
see
my
that.
That was literally the only dance I ever went to was the 30 minutes of prom.
Okay, well then you're the target market for prom.
I mean, we're the
Yeah.
line dances came back. You got to remember that.
Oh yeah, the achy
Naja.
breaky.
I'm a big fan
you
of anything
dum-dums,
the
like
Cupid
the cha-cha
shuffle.
slide and stuff.
God.
exactly.
Oh,
The wobble. The wobble.
Just a second.
Do your thing.
We
do your
had
thing.
the Cotton Eye
I
Joe
know
and
every
Hokey Pokey.
white girl
Hokey
wedding
pokey.
line dance down. I'm in.
The hokey pokey rehab
No, those are
center
wedding songs to me.
Yeah, they are.
where you can turn yourself around.
The Macarena. That's about a slutty girl, by
kill
the
that
way. You ever
one.
listen to the words?
Oh yeah, we
They're
know
in
all about
Spanish.
that shit.
No, they're not.
Oh,
She's
okay.
literally like, well, you were out of town and your 3 friends were so hot. So I went and did some, I swear to God. And they used to play that like at the skating
That's how it
rink.
starts
No,
out.
what
I
is it
think.
about?
The Macarena.
This
No, but
bit.
what is it about?
About doing it to a bunch of people.
Killing me.
What?
Just wanted you to get real descriptive with
Yeah,
it.
I know what you
we had
wanted.
to- No, you don't know.
Get off my case.
No.
Smarter than you think.
I'm gonna be
Show us the
honest.
dance.
That's a big one, but it's not as big as it gets. Now,
Yeah.
speaking of big ones, this reoccurring bit with the parents of Austin, was it his
Yes.
name?
Yes.
Or whatever. Which, first of all, the actors that they got are so perfect and so great. And
Love
just
Gary Cole.
This whole thing where he comes out and so first of all, they're looking through the window and he just, wait a minute, that's not Julie. Because at first,
just a red
it's just
dress.
pounding. So when I walked, so I didn't realize this until today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did it bring back horrible memories?
It wasn't my favorite.
Oh, is that the memory?
That is exactly what he was doing to
Pile
you.
driving your mom.
When I walked in on them in the 8th grade, I'm not joking. That is exactly.
That's so funny.
Only they were on the bed, but that's what I saw.
And she didn't have a tutu?
Oh my God, I don't know. There was nothing, like just her legs in the air like she was having an examination. And he was going and going and going like just like that. And so I didn't remember that from the other thing, but when I saw it, I knew you guys would be excited to hear that that's what I saw my dad doing to my mom.
I don't even see how that's possible because for that kind of
oh my God, he was going. And she's screaming his name.
If I pulled out that far,
it was nuts.
I'd be a foot away.
Yeah, I mean, it was, okay.
You need a rope to just swing back in.
Yeah.
The guidance.
Go full Tarzan.
Way off.
Good.
Watch out for that D.
Yeah. Don't go.
My fucking God.
Don't go further than this tennis ball.
Exactly.
I don't think everybody appreciates what just happened.
I appreciate it.
That was gold. Pure gold.
You're
all right.
Back to that later, Sean.
So that's not her. So anyway, then he's like, and
that's
then
got to be a T-shirt.
And I do, and I like this thing that they do in movies sometimes, where like John Cena hasn't been looking the whole time. He finally looks, and then he's just like, we locked eyes, and then he finished.
His cum is on you forever.
He couldn't look away.
Soul. Yeah, he just couldn't. God. It was total deer in headlights.
I was crying, laughing so hard at that point.
By this point, when Casey and I went to see this movie, and it was totally just random date night, nothing else out, let's go see this. And neither of us had expected to laugh this much. But I remember, and today, I'm dying laughing. Like, I feel like, fuck, we just don't get enough of these just... there's the movies that we do on this show that you think are nonsensical and you're like, this shouldn't be made, blah, blah, blah. That
doesn't sound like me.
This one had to have registered a little bit and you had to have been like, okay, this is a fucking good
I was not looking forward to this even a little bit. Just like I always do, put it off till last night.
Yeah.
No part of me wanted to watch this piece of shit. and it was fucking funny. Yeah. I enjoyed it. And Kelsey, when we got done, she was like, that wasn't really as funny as I thought it would be. I was like, that was fucking
That movie's so good.
What's Kelsey's favorite movie?
Oh, that's a good question.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
That's a fucking great one.
With like Sarah.
Yeah.
And Helen Hunt.
I fucking love that movie.
Kelsey, chime in.
What's our favorite funny movie?
Dodgeball.
No.
That is a good one.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
We've done that
I
on
feel
this
on
show.
the spot. I don't know. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Well, I mean, Rebecca, this is one of your favorite movies.
Did she
I
choose
love
this?
this movie. It's so funny.
Was that a surprise for you? Like when you were like, okay, I'm gonna go watch this John Cena flick. Like, did you think it was gonna be this funny?
I didn't expect to laugh as much as I did. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like gut laughing.
Oh my
on
God.
some of those. Like when he's literally chugging beer in his butthole.
Right. Yeah.
What's funny?
The one-liners to me were
Ike and
Yes.
and Kayla.
Well, and you can relate too, kind of as being a parent now.
Yeah.
Also.
Exactly.
What's funny is that we actually watch wrestling in our free time, believe it or not. Like we watched a lot more years ago, but at this point we still watch a lot. And so to see like The Rock just blow up into superstardom.
Oh yeah.
And he's like as big as, I mean, he's the highest paid actor in Hollywood these days. And then see like John Cena, I'm like, I actually at this point after watching this movie, I was like, I think John Cena is better in the comedic role than The Rock is.
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
And for me, that's crazy to say. Because I was like, I don't think anybody will ever do this transition as good as The Rock.
The comedy that The Rock did was like circumstantial. Like everything around him would make it funny because he was The Rock in the situation.
Right.
John Cena, like he's delivering these lines.
Yeah. Well, but both of them have done big animated movies.
Sure.
I mean, and
He's Maui. Rock is Maui.
Yeah, let's just
that's what I'm
stick
saying.
to Rock.
Yeah, I mean,
Just animation.
huge. What's that? Oh,
Let's
put The Rock in
just animation.
Yeah.
You're good there.
I agree with that. I think that, there's not a lot of things that happen like that where guys come out of a sport or, another area someone's going to come out, they're going to be the anomaly, and it's going to be like, okay, this guy can actually act. And there are certain movies that I think The Rock is great in.
Other guys,
he's
but he's only in the first 5 minutes.
And he's also, with Samuel L. Jackson.
Shut the fuck up.
Right? Yeah. But there are movies where it's made sense, but I will say, as far as John Cena, the two that I know of or have seen are this one and Trainwreck, and he's fucking perfect.
I look like Mark Wahlberg. Ate Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I think if you watch any of his like late night interviews and those things too, which I have seen, he's a fucking goofy, funny guy. Like he really, really is super funny, and so I feel like it'd be harder to see him in a really serious role.
Sure, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know. Look at Tom Hanks.
We're just all going to pretend this isn't happening.
No, he's not in here. He's not in here.
It's out in the open.
That's not him.
This is soy creamer, are you sure? It's pretty friggin' rich.
This is so messed up. Who are you to get involved in our daughter's sex life?
Honey, I was just trying to...
Don't honey me. Did your dad try to stop you when you lost your virginity?
It's totally different.
It is not different. It's a double standard. Oh, when a guy loses his virginity, it's no big deal. It's celebrated. But if a girl does, it's some sort of big loss of innocence?
Yes.
Come on, guys, it's the same damn thing.
Marcy, stop talking. Just give us the address.
Just give us the address.
Honestly, Lisa, I can't believe you're on their side.
Side? This is not some philosophical debate. We're trying to stop our daughters from some kind of sex pact that they've planned and not thought through all the way.
That is such bullshit. How do you expect society to treat women as if they're equal when their own parents won't?
I don't know about that. I'll deal with society tomorrow. Right now I'm thinking about my daughter.
This is the best scene because it gets to the heart of all the buildup of the girls and everything that happens after. It sums up what the actual point of this movie is.
And the relationship of the moms, because you just assume, like, what are the other spouses, if they're involved, what's the relationship there? And you can tell that they're friends.
Yeah, but the wife is a doctor, right? So she's really busy.
Just on the phone all the time.
So they're friends, but she's obviously had this bond.
She's an interior decorator.
Is she?
Yes. No, I think she's a doctor.
No, she says
she's an interior decorator, but it's because at the beginning he's like paging Dr. blah 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 when he's got the
maybe that's
thong
why
in
I
his
think
mouth.
that. Maybe that's
but
why
then
I think
they
that.
did reference she did Austin's parents' bathroom, so that's why she would have the address.
I assume because I thought whenever he said I thought that's why she had all this information was because she was a doctor. That's why I thought he wouldn't give it to her.
Just her going, oh, geez, Marcy, just stop talking. Like, she's just one of the dudes at that point. And like, stop these motherfuckers. I
also love just like I'll deal with society tomorrow. Because we all feel like that a little bit, right? We all have to be like super on edge and sensitive and cautious and conscious all the time. And sometimes you're like, fuck, can we fucking, I'll do all my fucking repenting tomorrow. Can I just fucking figure out what I'm doing and I'll be a feminist tomorrow? Like right now I want to do this.
If we could have figured it out, we would have done it already. Let's just not worry about
tomorrow.
That right now.
Tomorrow I'll work on that.
I feel like I can relate to all of the parents in different scenes at different parts.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I totally get that. Me too. I mean, and even Ike, coming in and just being like, fucking hate Frank, and Frank's the fucking best. And you're like, so nice. God damn it, man.
Dude, putting Hannibal Buress in the middle of anything is the best.
I know he's going to talk about his tow truck. He's going to talk about, okay, there's his business card.
Towing by Frank. How'd you fucking come up with that? I see it's a pretty straightforward name.
Pretty straightforward name there.
You want to have some beers or? No, I don't have fucking beers with you.
No, I don't like you. I don't like your thing that y'all are doing.
Oh, this is my favorite part of your business card. Right there. Throws it back.
So we fast forward a smidge to well, first of all, let's one shout out to when she has already described her life and her following around the Dave Matthews Band and all that. And then she starts to do it again. And she's like, and he's building her house and then it's raining.
And I wrote him all these letters and his mom
didn't give it to him or whatever. And she just, was that the Notebook?
Oh, so good.
So Kelsey said that because I didn't pick up on it.
Okay.
I had never seen that movie. So.
It's great.
One thing we didn't, you never really?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, we did that on this show, and
cried.
I cried during the episode. It was a whole goddamn thing.
Pussy.
Have we talked about Chad yet?
Michael Murray?
Chad is Sam's beard.
Yeah, totally. The redheaded kid with
that
the
the dad is like, they've already left, and he's like trying to take pictures and selfies with him, and he's like, no, that kid's the shit. Like, but he's like, because he obviously knows he's.
I know he may be the coolest guy in school. Yeah, but did he make you do anything?
That was a good line.
Yeah, and he takes one picture with her, and then he's just like, well, okay, now how about this? How about back to back?
Takes his hat.
Do like a whole photo shoot or whatever. So they end up at the party at the lake or whatever, which again, this is crazy to me because the way that communication works was they wouldn't even get 20 feet from that place. And people would be like, hey, your fucking parents are here or whatever.
No, you guys are 45.
The guy goes, you are literally the coppiest cop I've ever seen.
This is a normal men's haircut.
It looks like you got your haircut in the back of a squad car. All right, so, you
don't want to dive further into that? Or
here's an interesting thing, though.
You want to explain yourself?
Tell me more.
How about this when we finally hear Ike Barinholtz's side of the story? And he said, look, we've got this whole thing where you guys think this about me, you think this about me, but did you know this? Did you know this? Did you know this? It just kind of goes to show you, like.
People assume way too much.
And I've said before, like, there's always two sides to every story.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't want to blow you guys' minds or anything, but like, that's a real thing. You can hear it from one person.
Do you feel like, though, like, do y'all feel like,
I don't trust.
Do you feel like you have to choose a side when people? I mean, I guess what they've basically done here is said that like everybody goes with the mom because this happened or this happened, but you really don't know everybody's life.
I deal with this shit every day when I babysit these kids, and I get a million different stories.
Yeah. What do you how?
They're all lying motherfuckers.
Well, sure. Yeah. Are we talking about men?
Or the kids?
Well, I mean, the kids typically are boys.
Well, there's story one and story two, and then there's the truth, right? So,
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, this seems pretty factual, and it's such a hard dynamic too when you have friends that you've developed for this whole amount of years. I've been through this in my life where, I've been through a divorce after 13 years and
Whoa, what?
We did a thing where we emailed everybody and said, hey, don't pick a side. Like we're all cool, whatever.
Yeah, but that made me want to pick a side even harder.
It did not. I didn't even know you, but also it didn't actually work. Everybody did pick a side.
I feel like that's just how it's
going to happen.
I don't. Yeah, even though you say don't pick a side, I can understand that, but I don't think there's a way that anybody couldn't.
Yeah. Well,
unless you guys are like living next door to each other and everything stays the same.
Right. Especially, okay. I feel like it is easy sometimes to take the woman's side on relationships, like, I don't know, breakups and things like that. Not always, but sometimes. Because of my job doing hair and things like that, like I used to do a bunch of men's hair, but I do mainly women's hair. I get a lot of stories, and I do sometimes, you can just tell whenever you hear a story from a woman's perspective, you can tell when it's sincere and you can tell when it's bullshit. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's just is what it is. Like there's several times that I've heard stories where they've said, this guy's a bad father, or this dude isn't doing this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I've been fucking doing your hair for 3 years and you seem like a crazy motherfucker. Mm-hmm. So like,
also, is anybody else this before?
Is anybody else buying this? Yeah.
Like shit talking women.
Yeah. And I feel like it's easy to say like, oh, the girl's crazy, but the women are always saying the dude's crazy. And there is two sides to every story. There really, really is. And I feel like this is a great example because that guy, because he's immature and is, fucking riding up in a limo, fucking shooting fireworks. Right. He's an asshat, right? He's fucking trying to go get hammered right if they drop their kids off for kindergarten.
And he loves some Tao.
It's easy to assume.
Oh, right.
It's easy to assume that he's the one that's fully in the wrong, like you're saying, but like you never fucking know.
Yeah,
like
you don't. And again, that's kind of the whole point of that whole thing. She beat the shit out of a macaroni grill. And he probably didn't get to have very much of that bread, and that shit is delicious.
I haven't been to a macaroni grill in a very long time.
I used to work there, and
I think most
that
of them
bread
are closed.
is good.
God damn, it's been a long time.
There was one in 75.
They put that squid ink in there, and
squid ink.
It turns it black. Yeah, like the pasta.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's a delicacy in the Italian world.
I like it.
And now, Jarrett Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jarrett Reddick.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I like the woos. That's like, woo. I don't know if I've ever noticed those before. Welcome to 5 questions. It is The Land. It's the favorite podcast game show in all the land.
Which land?
All of them.
Okay.
All of the lands.
Maryland.
And the, sure.
Cleveland.
That one too. You know?
Cleveland.
Queensland, Iceland.
Okay. Greenland.
Long Island.
This land is your candy land. You know, all of the lands.
All of them.
I'm excited about this one, man. This is a battle of one of our titans, and 2 of our really good players actually, and into a couple of newbies. Up first, we have had to change his name on all of our stuff because he is now Dr. Jason Aylesworth. Give it up for Jason. I'm sorry, Doctor. How are you? I bet that feels good. No,
I cut out for me, but yeah, it's good. I'm glad to be done with it finally. It's a 2-year labor of love and frustration.
Yeah, well, man, that is no, it's apparently you're better at that than you are at this game. You are 13 out of 20, but you have lost most of your losses to the ever feared coin toss.
You should write an app to guess the coin toss.
Right. Well, everybody thought they had it figured out for a while, right? They were all like, it's always
Sean's thing. Yeah, it's
not what it is. I think Sean has control of it, and he just doesn't fucking like you.
It's possible.
I'm going to go with that
one. There's no way that's true. We all love you, man. Congratulations again. Also, welcome to the show here with, now it is Rat Pack Joey Bishop, he's won 6 out of 13 times. And with him, James, that is spelled Jaymz. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the coolest spelling of James. You make no mistake that way. Nobody could be like, oh, is your name James? No, James.
I think you open it up to a lot of mistakes then with just, is this right? Just like you had to ask.
Right.
Is this spelled right?
Yeah.
Bullshitting me.
I'm hoping he's famous one day, so.
Now, anyway, is he going to be helping you tonight? Okay.
Maybe.
All right, they both shrugged it off. They're both equally as talkative as the other is.
I don't know.
Unbelievable. All right, guys. Also joining us, you guys know her, you love her. The our one and only ever hit every sponsorship level. We're gonna start calling her Lindsay Sponsor. It's Lindsay Sponsel, everybody. That one felt good.
And it was such a fun bit for those 2 months.
Yeah,
just every week.
It'd be funny if she just worked her way back. It's just that I'd have to pay you guys less.
Down and up and down.
And then
that
you
would
just
be
come
genius.
back and, hey, guys, hopefully around Christmas, Lindsay will be back up in the $50 level again.
Start paying you
I can
guys.
actually pay y'all.
Yeah.
We'll have to see where she ends up. How you doing, Lindsay?
Good, man. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Welcome again. And then, of course, last but not least, everybody, it's the original Jarrett Goes to the Movies nickname guy. It is here for his first time ever, Greg the Hammer Stevens.
Valentine.
His name is Greg. It's Greg the Hammer, and he's here to kick some fucking ass.
Jarrett, did you notice his shirt?
Yeah. No, what is it?
Diane Smalls.
Oh, nice. It's a Diane Small shirt. It'd be very hard for me to recognize that because you're about, and I take this as good as it could possibly mean. You're about an inch.
I'm 5'4", so that's fine.
Okay. I'm going to take that as confirmation.
So
God, that's mean.
For scale.
That's a fucking mean.
It looks about right.
That's a fucking mean start to the show. Goodness
if you're
gracious.
6'8" with a 1-incher,
yeah,
it looks weird. When you're 5'4",
right,
it looks
well,
totally
Jarrett
fine.
hasn't sung to it yet.
That is impossible. That's right. Sometimes I just get close and whistle. You know, you just
Tractor beam.
It's like, look.
There it is.
There it is. It just grows. Let's do this show, guys. Is everybody able to write your answers down this evening?
Yep.
All right. I see a lot of you have your handy dandy Jarrett Goes to the Movies notebook.
I couldn't find my Jarrett Goes to the notebook, but I got a Power Rangers one.
It's just as good. Just as good. We have done a Power Rangers movie.
Friend of the show, red Power Ranger.
I know.
And green.
Oh, green.
And white.
Basically the Christmas color. Oh, you're right. Man.
Just not,
yeah.
you know,
that the other one. The dude from Water Parks, the singer used to date the Pink Ranger. That's the Pink Ranger now. And then the drummer stole his girlfriend, and they're still in a band together.
Oh, I thought they were all dudes in there under the Power Ranger suits.
What? Oh yeah, not when they're doing the karate. They're probably all dudes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, ladies can't do karate. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, come on.
Let's find out.
Let's not.
You want to go to the garage and do karate?
I think you guys just became best friends.
Quick question. Is the traffic making any noise on this?
You know what, man? We live in a world where Jared Spear plays this game in the middle of a field while it's being plowed. So do not even fret at all about any of that. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to start this one out with an easy one. Number one will be, in the movie Blockers, what school does the redheaded lady's daughter get accepted into? Greg, the Hammer Stevens, what's your answer?
I have no idea.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Lindsay, what did you say?
UCLA.
All right, and Dr. Aylesworth, what did you say? All right, Rat Pack, Joey, and James?
UCLA.
All right, that's right. The answer is UCLA. UCLA.
I'm playing for Vinny tonight, so.
Okay, well, then that makes a lot of sense. Here we go. In the movie Blockers, Connor with the man bun is known as what nickname?
Mm-hmm.
What is Man Bun Connor's nickname? Okay, and everybody looks like they put the pens down. Lindsay, what did you say?
The chef.
All right. Dr. Aylesworth?
The chef.
All right. Rat Pack, Joey, and James?
The chef.
Oh, that's right. And then Greg the Hammer, can you make it as categories?
Another Vinny answer? No fucking clue.
Okay, that is a Vinny answer. The answer was the chef.
Did Greg think we were doing Shallow Hal tonight?
Okay.
He did say he was playing for Vinny, so he probably didn't watch it.
There we go. All right.
I watched an hour and 5 minutes of it.
All right. Well, that should get you.
5 minutes. Well, that was enough. I'm done.
Okay, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. In the movie Blockers, what two kinds of beer were available to go up John Cena's ass?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dr. Aylesworth, what did you say?
Lager or IPA?
All right, Joey?
I got one of them. I said an IPA and a pale ale.
All right, Greg the Hammer Stevens, it looks like you're still writing.
Yeah, I got one. IPA and Tito's beer.
Okay, and Lindsay, what did you say?
Lager and IPA.
Lager and IPA it was. Wow, we got ourselves a game here. We have Jason and Lindsay both with 3. We got Joey with 2. Greg with 0. But remember, it's anybody's game until the very, very end. And this takes us into, of course, question number 4. All right, guys, here we go. In the movie Blockers, this is actually not the easiest movie to ask questions about, by the way, because really nothing happens. It's just a bunch of hilarity. You know, that's the whole thing.
Not a bunch.
Okay. That was just, I was putting the feelers out there. See what I did? Yeah, just to kind of see where he was going to go with it.
Man.
All right, guys, here we go. In the movie Blockers, what was the redheaded kid's name?
Chad.
Chad. What kind of hat did Chad wear to the prom? Joey Bishop.
Fedora.
All right. Greg the Hammer Stevens. Oh, he's with the fuck. Apparently he did not get that right.
Bowler.
With his Trilby. Lindsay, what did you say?
Fedora.
And Greg. I'm sorry,
Fedora?
Dr. Aylesworth.
Fedora.
Fedora is correct. All right, guys, this will be question number 5 for me. Still looking good, 4-4 with Lindsay and Jason. Joey with 3, Greg with 0. But again, remember, it is anybody's game until the very, 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 very end. All right, guys. Here we go. This next question will, of course, be about the movie. What is this? Oh, Blockers. All right. In the movie Blockers, prom night was the best night in the world for stepdad Frank because they talked their friend Steve into doing what? All right, guys. Let's see. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're back to you, Greg. Greg, what did you say? What did they talk him into?
Any answer? No clue.
Okay, no. Well, you need to say like no fucking clue for it to be an actual.
Well, yeah, no fucking.
Okay, all right. Lindsay, what did you say?
Joining the military?
Okay, Jason.
And enlisting in the Army.
Okay, and then Joey Bishop.
Same thing I did. Join the Army.
All right, he did. He joined the Army. We're going to give you enlisting in the military as well. Because all services are important. Lindsay with 5, Jason with 5, Joey with 4, Greg with 0. And it's everybody's favorite time. It's time for...
It's time for Sean.
Nope, not that one.
It's time for Sean.
Sorry.
It's time for Sean. Eric's off on attention game.
My buttons are all fucked up because I had to delete a thing or two. And so I just went straight to where it should be.
It's a nightmare over there.
And that's not where it is.
Oh, no.
It's going to be like that the whole fucking show, by the way. So bear with me. All right. Here we go.
All right. Blockers features a notable acting performance by distinguished thespian and screen performing legend John Cena. What most people don't know, however, is that prior to becoming a darling of the cinematic arts and thrilling audiences with his methodical preparation for each role he plays, Cena was a 13-time world wrestling champion in the WWE. Did you guys know that?
Did not. No, I did not.
Yeah, he was. But he hadn't held the WWE title since 2017. Who is the current WWE champion?
Wow.
Such an interesting direction to go with that question because...
It's off on a tangent.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You can see Greg thinking, Jason, wondering if he should know this. The Rat Pack is over there discussing it. And Lindsay, I think Lindsay looked pretty confident on this one, guys. No, and she's shaking her head no. All right, I'm going to give you guys just a few more seconds. I can tell you're thinking, Greg, because I smell something burning. I'm so sorry. All right, Lindsay, what did you say? Greg, pins down, buddy. Lindsay.
I went for comedic relief, Randy the Macho Man Savage.
Okay, that is a good guess. Jason Aylesworth.
I couldn't even tell you the name of any wrestler in WWE, so I've got nothing.
John Cena's one.
Okay, that's true. Joey and James Bishop, what did y'all say?
Do not know.
Wow, I am really surprised by this, guys. And it is up there, and it seems like it's in Greg's mind. And
no, it's floating around.
There's no way that he could have cheated
My
because
brother's
nobody knew
friends
it.
with him. I know his name. I can't remember him.
Oh, my God.
These fucking people.
I'm going to have to get an answer from you. Just say something. Say something, I'm giving up on you. You don't even want to put a guess in?
Junkyard Dog?
I can picture his face. I really can.
Describe his face.
I see the look in your face.
He's got long hair. He's bearded.
Me.
He does a move like this, like goes.
Wait, what?
Wait
a minute.
He had it until that point.
It looks like he's going to be in the Olympics.
That's it. He jumps off the top rope and like spins and
As
does
a
a flip.
tradition, I will say that looks like the 8th grade to me. All right.
Not my 8th grade.
All right. He does not know. Eric, what was the answer?
Bobby Lashley is the correct answer for the last.
That's not who I was thinking of. Sorry.
Should have listened to my kid.
Yep. All right. James had it the whole time. All right, guys. That leaves us in a very interesting situation, Jason.
One that you'll never figure out.
Joey, you guys are out of the game. I'm sorry, with 4. Jason and Lindsay, you will now flip a coin to see who Greg tries to beat with Sean's final question. So, Dr. Jason, it is only fitting that since you just became a doctor, you call it on the screen.
Let's go with heads.
Oh,
fuck you.
No, that is so bad. For those of you, oh man, it's almost comedic now. You know, like at some point he's just gonna be like, "Fuck you guys! I just send me the plaques that I've won and shut the fuck up." I am sorry, Jason. That coin toss was incorrect. And so that does mean that Lindsay, right now, here's where you're at. You have no control over whether you win or lose. The only thing that can happen is, Greg, you will now get to answer Sean's super hard question. If you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, you are not a loser, but you didn't win, did you?
It's time for Sean's question. It's the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Greg. 3 categories: charity, music, Jesus.
As an atheist, I guess I'm going to go with Jesus.
Okay, Greg. What does WWVDD stand for?
He didn't get there. If he only watched an hour and 5 minutes, right. He didn't get there.
He didn't get the ones that happened in the first hour and 5 minutes.
That's true. That's true. If you don't know, you don't know.
I got it. I'm sorry.
Because that one, very, very prominent in the movie. And if you, I don't even, I mean, you could try to guess, but I don't know that that's happening. You want to try to guess?
What does Bobby Darling
Not even fucking close. Your winner today, Lindsay Sponsel. Coming in with the coin toss. Now remember, it's not just to give me to get that coin toss. You do have to at least be there with Jason.
Yep.
And Jason, you did miss a question. So, I mean, you could have got 5. This is me, maybe add one more.
I guess I gotta watch more wrestling.
Gotta get one more, right?
Watch the wrestling, huh?
Get one more.
Okay.
Good answer to the question.
Miss a question.
Wait, he's not Sean.
It's coming in. I'm gonna ask you guys. Okay, guys, that was a lot of fun. Greg, welcome to the family. Lindsay, congratulations. Congratulations to you, Dr. Aylesworth. You're a winner in that regard. James, it's very nice to meet you. Joey, thank you. And to all of you guys, thank you so very much for continuing to sponsor the show. We absolutely could not do it without you because if we didn't pay him, Eric wouldn't show up.
Nope.
Okay, so y'all be good. Try to hang out on the feed if you can, and we'll see y'all next time.
I can smell that musk. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Oh, hey, you want to touch first? That works for Ronnie.
You want me to touch you?
Help yourself.
You want me to touch you?
Yes.
I'm going to touch you hard.
Do
How
it.
about I'm going to touch you with my nails?
Let's have it.
Oh. Hair.
Wow, your
So
grip is unbelievable.
Sexy, babe.
I want you to touch me where I like. My balls.
Oh, you like me to touch your balls? You want me to touch your balls?
Yes, I do.
How badly do you want me to touch your balls?
Rip them off my body. That's what
I don't really believe you. I don't believe you want it bad enough.
Come on.
Really, how bad?
Bad that my balls.
Will it explode in a million little pieces? Well, let me tell you something, darling. It is your lucky day because it's Christmas.
For you. Let's go. Come on, do it. You there?
What, this isn't hard enough?
Let's go. Come on.
Harder?
Come on, do it. I'm waiting.
You don't keep. Oh, yeah, you like that?
Oh, that was good.
The grabbing of balls will never not be funny.
Grabbing balls is awesome. I'm not a huge fan of my balls being manipulated.
Well, this is a fucking weird topic that you would bring up
Anyway.
here. No, not joking. So here's the thing. English dudes don't like ball play.
Like touching at all.
They don't like people to touch their balls. What is it about? Okay, because here's the thing.
Hand or mouth
I think
or
I
anything.
speak for all the other
Not
dudes
your
in
mouth?
this room. Getting your balls touched is awesome, right,
Yeah,
Jarrett?
I don't
it's
like my balls.
It's like an extra add-on.
I just assumed all dudes liked having their balls touched.
Yeah, we were in a tour bus podcast with English people, and it was a very clear divide between English people
I wonder why.
and American people, and apparently Eric.
Maybe it's my
boring.
English heritage, but
I can't. What is there something about it that? What is it?
It just doesn't feel good to me. It just
Does it feel dirty?
Focus on the shaft and not on the balls.
Like at all, like 0% balls.
0% balls. I could go
they
the rest of
doing
my
it
life
right?
with. No, I mean, I've had my balls touched not less than 3 times, and never have I enjoyed it.
You just don't like.
Even
I mean,
a little
like,
bit.
like even
No.
like sucked into a mouth or some shit.
No, oh, that's the fucking worst.
So that is how English dudes
Get
are.
my eggs out
They
of your
don't like that. They
basket.
don't like this thing. They don't like ball play.
Is the mouth the basket?
I don't
think so.
want
That
it.
is so weird. Now, what if you're okay?
You know how? Look, everybody
Hold on,
knows.
no, but seriously, like, say someone is like throat deep in fellatio on you. You don't like just a little grab?
Nope. Nope. And
Yeah, listen to Jarrett over here.
You know how it is. You know how it is that this. It's a real thing, but they also make a big time
7
joke
years.
out of it. Like, don't touch it; it's sensitive. Like after you finished, and like
makes you wanna do
just
it more.
stay away from it. That's how I feel about my balls all the time.
Well, when it's
Don't
done,
ever.
then sure,
No,
but-
but
Okay,
that
so
same-
they're
If there's
overly
ever been a
sensitive.
reason to write into our podcast or leave a voicemail or send an
it's
email,
to talk about my balls.
it's
No, it's
All
to
of the
vote.
I'm curious about the ball situation,
it.
and I want to see if it's just.
I've already got one. I've already got one.
Do you guys have a poll you can throw up?
Yeah, we can.
No, the one before that.
I have a pole, but it's
balls?
attached to balls. Yeah,
No,
good
Sean,
job,
the one
Rebecca.
before that, 100% with Eric on this one. It doesn't. No.
Wait, hold on. Where
Yes,
are they
Jarrett's
from?
great.
Yes, Jarrett's great. What?
Who is that person? They don't have a picture. That's made up.
Do you like your balls
Jarrett.
touched?
Thank you. Not yet, Greg. Do you like your balls touched?
Your
Not
head is
yet,
one ball.
Greg. I don't. That is such a weird thing for me because, like, even like touching yourself, you discover later that if you incorporate those things, you can shoot a rocket to the moon.
When I started incorporating my own nipples into it, then that was awesome.
Are you being funny right now? Or are you being serious?
No, I'm being serious.
I don't like that at
I
all.
don't think so.
That is so different.
I don't think that's right.
So no, and I'm so I really don't like.
I hate it. So
I don't like that
so
very much.
Okay, we haven't done Heartbreak Kid yet, have we?
It would sit.
Oh, we have to do that
We
movie.
have to do that movie, but there's one scene and she's just doing circles around his nipples, and he's just like, they're just really sensitive. And I think about that all the time.
Do you guys think you have a friend?
So good.
Is there a friend in your life? And I'm guessing most of you, yeah.
Hold on.
That could say like give me
He's
the
rubbing his nipples.
Give me the room key. Bring her up here in 15 minutes, and that could make that room perfect for you guys.
Yeah, me or Amy.
Yeah, with some
Amy would make me a great sex room, and I would make her a fantastic
with some
sex
twist
we
room.
totally would.
and some rose petals.
No, I think, but that shows
airheads.
like a level
Nerf
of
guns,
friendship
like
is
whatever.
what
Yeah.
you know about that person, and you know enough
That's
to
love.
make it a great experience. For
Here's
them.
the thing: boys wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
I know for a
at
fact
all.
that Derek
We'd
can
be
make
like,
a
well,
towel
I iced down some. I iced down some Dos Equis
I
and
put some Miller
champagne
Lights
bottle.
in there. I put an Xbox in there. Like, I don't know what else you want.
Ball ticklers.
No, Amy's
There was like
husband.
shit for breakfast in there. They had donuts. And it was
Some Slim Jims.
I don't know how she did
I
that in
don't
15
know.
minutes, but that girl's more than just a good actress. She's a fucking magician.
Sex
Well, you know
magician.
that whenever if I put my mind to like 30 minutes on our house, like it can be like clean top to bottom, but it can take me a week to build up to that fucking confidence.
You have to look at
But Amy's
Pinterest.
husband, they had a cruise, RIP, that didn't happen,
Oh yeah.
and so he like made her those little fucking towel animals.
They put
That is sweet.
Where's the
He
fucking
would.
towel?
So Devin Derek could make a sex room for a
Derek
friend.
can make a good sex room.
And
like
then
for
I
a girlfriend. I don't think
but
any
hold
dude would
on,
be like, oh, fucking cool, a monkey.
Right.
Not that I was involved in that.
In Derek's
but
sex room, I'm sure you were involved.
but
in
I
that.
did dress up as the captain of the ship.
Oh yeah, for my birthday
That's
party
right.
after that. Yeah.
Jarrett,
Sad cruise.
What?
need you a sex room.
Our matey.
You
Yeah, that sounds like
That was his
Derek.
Derek voice.
Yeah.
Oh no, he would be like this.
I'm in.
My God.
I made you a sex room.
Okay, you're right. Derek should make sex room.
Yeah.
It sounded way weirder.
No, he'll just voice them.
There will be sex in there.
Hey, man.
I mean,
should that be like a thing? Like they have like rage rooms and escape rooms now. Should they just be like just a sex room? Like it's just call it that. It's not a hotel. It's just sex room.
So many people have that.
Everybody books for 1 hour. You sign a waiver.
Nobody would clean it.
Let me ask you guys something.
There's murder
That's
scene
why we go
people
to
that clean.
Vegas.
People would clean that shit up.
Oh, Sunshine Clean?
Why do you go to Vegas?
For the sex.
All the sex.
For the
That's true.
Because y'all have sex there?
Lots of it.
but it's easier to have it when you go somewhere where
We have a 4-year-old.
the children aren't.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Plus, then you got the big windows where like if they might be watching, but they also might.
Yeah,
It's still a little fun.
When you're in like a big city or like somewhere like that, like do you try to like look up to see if you're seeing anybody having sex? Because I do
Every
sometimes.
single all the
Absolutely.
I
time.
just wait to see butt cheeks, and I never
A
do.
lot of people have seen us over the last 7 years.
I don't know
Or
that
they haven't. Nobody's ever seen. Like
No,
I feel
definitely
like
on 4th of July, they definitely
it's
did.
only
I
us that
definitely
looks up
look,
and
and I
looks,
never
yeah.
see anybody doing any high rise.
Maybe I
It
just need
does
to bring
happen.
some binoculars.
You know, we were at
I
New.
feel like that is where like you're crossing the
We
line.
were at
Whoops.
we went to New Fine Arts the other day, and just we were somewhere else, and I was like, hey, let's go in here. So we went to the New Fine Arts, and they have those rooms. And I was shocked that, you could still go in there, today.
Oh, with COVID?
Right. They're open. We didn't go.
It was for his birthday.
For the
They have
record.
viewing rooms.
For the record, we did not go.
It's not
Yeah.
transmitted by
Whoa.
cum on black leather
Everyone
couches.
stop.
They don't know
You
that.
did not know this?
Everyone stop what you're saying.
Drop.
What fucking rooms are we
The
talking
viewing
about?
rooms.
This
you can
is-
like
The
watch
sexy
porn
rooms.
and have sex.
You get
The
to
Baltic
pick
rooms.
the number, so it's like a vending machine. So you get to be like, I want 601, which is like your choice of the.
And you're watching a movie.
Granny
Right.
trannies.
Yes,
and then I had to read about it because we didn't go.
But hold on.
I have
But
friends
then
that used to
hold on,
utilize
hold on.
those
Now,
rooms.
God damn it. Then what happens?
So-
So like, is there a place that
so-
you got to get it out on the floor? and
So
shit?
There's a couch.
this is what we read the rules because I was curious. So the rules said that you go in, you pay like so many dollars, like in a vending machine, and it plays the video, and then you can put dollars in to keep the video going, just keep yourself in the room, and you could bring yourself, or you could bring a companion with you, and so, I mean, I guess whatever happens then. Happens.
What do you do with the?
There's a paper towel dispenser.
Give us like a week or two and we'll let you know.
No.
Okay. Well,
Because you'll be pregnant. I don't know. I mean, if you have a companion, there's somewhere to put it.
It has to.
I just need to know.
He was very curious.
It has to
Very
go. It has
curious.
to
It's a
go
weird
somewhere.
waddle to the fucking cash register.
I
But
want
what are you
to-
gonna do? Like,
I need some change.
Hey, we were in there for 25 minutes. That's a lie. Like 5.5 seconds.
she said, if you have a companion, there's somewhere to put it.
yeah.
That's
Someone's
such
walking
a
out
fucking-
wonky. Everyone knows the walk. We're all
Yes.
if someone's doing the walk to the car.
Waddle.
But,
right.
It's like a
Yeah.
waddle. Like
What?
That is
Yeah,
so
exactly.
true.
That's why you're not the companion.
It's a waddle. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to that. I just wait for my
Also,
rag.
for people that don't know what New Fine Arts is, it's a sex store with
all the things.
all the stuff.
God
It's
damn it.
It's the
Ball
biggest one in
ticklers.
Dallas for sure, right?
No,
They used to say it was the biggest in the world, but it's not.
I'm being serious though. If you
Now.
go in there and you go into that room and you're watching a porn and you are with somebody, again, are there places to sit?
There's a couch.
Yes.
There's a couch.
A leather couch.
There's a couple
Yes,
places to sit.
I have another
When
question.
y'all leave, though, when the first person leave, when y'all
Field trip.
do they get in there and wipe it down?
They must.
Now, apparently, so.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of COVID. Does it smell like alcohol when you walk in there? That should.
The
Bleach.
Dallas Observer says that it's super clean.
Okay, but what if, I mean, so you feed your dollars into this and it cuts off right before he does
Right.
what he does. And you're like, I've got to see more. And you get the one last crinkly dollar and you just got to like,
And it
on the
won't
side
go.
of the
Sad
vending machine.
crinkled
That's
dollar
funny.
bill.
Oh,
Don't
see?
go in there.
Yep.
Don't
Pasted
go
a
in there.
20.
With,
The 20.
don't go in there with the 49-year-old because we can't do that.
Me and my
that
friends-
dollar spits out once. That's the end of that deal.
Well, I guess
Me
we're
and
not
my
doing
friends
it.
took a giggle trip to that place when we were like 18, right?
Oh,
You're
that's
like, you're
so
not
fun.
You're like, we'll go in there and look at things and laugh, but really we're all like just trying to like understand what the
curious,
fuck any of the stuff is.
We
and
just
means
went to
and
get liquor, and I saw it across the street. And was like,
they had a display table of like just like very tasteful, like the very modern looking,
Like, what kind of
purple
tasteful?
and pink, like that weird textured, like just like the very like modern looking like toys for women, right? Very very cutesy ones. And so we were like, what the fuck do these do? And we could not turn them off.
They're like those.
And they were flying
Like
off
the
the
dogs-
tables.
feel and like the dogs
We
that Coach
fucking
has gifts, and
Yes.
they keep flipping over.
This fucking dog.
Did you leave it
It's like
excited?
the fucking.
No, we left
He does
horrified. We were
little-
like, I couldn't figure out how to turn it back off. And then the other guy's like, I couldn't. The two of them are just like buzzing off of the table, and we're leaving. And this like fucking poor, at the time, probably 27-year-old lady is just like, oh, fucking
I made a living
teenagers.
selling that shit
When
to
we're in
actual kids.
Galveston and they've got those little setups with the little thing at the top and their little monkey.
Yeah, little fucker. Well, there's that.
If we ever get rid of the pool table, can we just put in one of those little like fucking fake fences with just one flippy dog?
Here's
whenever
what's
you walk
funny
into our
about-
house.
Here's what's crazy about that shit is I sold that stuff for so long that I wouldn't even hear it. You could turn on 40 of those things. I could go about my day and not even hear it.
God, brag about it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
oh, sorry guys, this just in. Jarrett Reddick can not hear 40 wind-up toys because of whatever.
Yeah.
No, he's still talking about toys. He's not talking about toys. He's talking about the dogs and the.
Oh yeah, you saw dogs.
No,
pogs.
like a toy store.
Dogs,
Did you see they have it's
Logs,
now? It
Lincoln
looks
logs.
like a lipstick. You can't tell the difference. That's the new toy they have there. It looks like an actual lipstick.
We'll talk about this later.
Anything.
Let's discuss. I need sake suffers.
I'll tell you what I know and I don't know later.
No, it doesn't stuff, Jared. It doesn't.
All right, so let's get back to this movie. So, when first of all, here's the thing about John Cena bursting into all the hotel rooms. That's highly illegal.
He wouldn't be able to kick.
You couldn't do that.
There's no way.
Unless you got the manager of the hotel drunk and they gave you the key that opens all the doors.
Well,
Which
I don't
happened
think
one
that's
time.
going to happen. So fuck that, all that shit.
You guys should play sports.
But when that was such a fucking great one. But when he goes, but then they go back to, is it Brad?
Brad.
Brad.
No, Chad.
Chad. That's
Brad
even
is the
better.
name of the girl's car in the insurance commercial.
Insurance, that's right.
And you love Brad.
So, Chad. Is it Chad?
Chad.
Or Brad?
Chad.
God damn it. Now I'm
Chad.
confused. Which one is the insurance thing?
Brad. And you loved Brad. And then you wrecked Brad.
Anyway, so she just goes, "You're going to penis me." And that reminded me of like, I'm going to give you the best blowjay, from one of the greatest movies of all time.
And it's no wonder that Kelsey doesn't want to have sex with me because she'll say something like, "Hey, did you hear that Michael Jackson song in the car earlier today?" And I'll go, "I'm going to Michael your Jackson later."
Yeah.
And
well, we do that shit all day.
I was about to say, that is Derek Pitzinger all day.
But it is not conclusive, indicative. It's not some word that I don't know to like being sexy, right? And you got to be desirable, and it's just not.
I'm not either yet. Now, so let's finish this
Like
sex
in
scene
nature,
here.
like peacock feathers are not like, I'm going to Michael your Jackson. Like, that's not what that is. That's just
Right, they're putting on a big,
That's
huge,
fucking impressive.
awesome display of like raw human.
It's like a
peacock
70s cowboy hat.
sexuality,
Yeah.
And I'm making.
you're going, I'm going to Chris your brown.
Yeah,
Nobody wants that.
I'm gonna backhand your Rihanna.
I'm going to read your Rihanna. Now, so anyway, he goes, "You want me to put it in?" And she goes, "No." and then the conversation happens, and it's all done. He's thinking, and then he just goes, "Look at all of it." And by that, I was crying because he was so perfect.
He was
in
pretty
every
good.
scene. He was good, like the
because
dancing
minus
and
the
stuff.
penetration, that's your virginity loss story.
Well, that's true. Yeah, if you've never heard that story, would you like to hear it right now?
Yes.
All right.
Anything having to do with you having
Tell
sex,
us
I
all
want to
the
hear
things.
about.
My brother was dating this girl that he had gone to school with for pretty much most of their lives. And he had gone to Texas Tech, and he had come back. And he's living in Wichita Falls again, and they had reconnected. And so they were, doing whatever. But anyway, then they weren't together anymore. And I I don't even know how this happened. I think it was because he was bringing her to the space or whatever, but it's
because they hadn't written the bro code yet.
Pre-cell phones and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so conversations started having back and forth. And so my first time having sex was in the hallway of my practice place from a band. And I stuck it.
Brother's girlfriend.
Stuck it in my brother's girlfriend. And I thought I peed in her.
Yeah, that happened.
But it wasn't pee.
It happened the first time I folded my pillow in half and humped it. Dude.
Anyway, so if you ever hear the song My Hometown, not getting pissed that I humped your girlfriend, that is a true story. He didn't even get mad at me, and he let me take his car to the prom. That is true.
That is
all
nice.
of that.
With that girl?
Yeah, his car and
No,
his girl.
I couldn't take her. She was fucking 6 years older than me. I couldn't take her.
Yeah, inappropriate age gaps are fucked up.
Now, what's that? Oh, okay, I see what you did there, you son of a bitch.
Dueling trivia.
All right, here we go. Here's where we're at. Eric and Amy face off each week in a game of trivia about the movie that we're watching. I believe we're almost tied again. Is that correct? I can see both of you are looking over your questions.
Mm-hmm.
Amy is up 19 to 18.
19 to 18.
Close game.
And
Close
I
game.
believe it's your turn to go first, Eric.
It is my turn to go first.
Okay.
I only have one question, which we didn't talk about, so that's good. Let me just.
All right, let's see
get
what
up here.
happens.
All right, Amy. In the opening montage of the girls growing up, what concert are they piling into the car to go see?
Jonas Brothers.
Joe Bros is correct.
That was also one of my questions.
All right, you have 20 points as of right now.
Okay, I think this one's pretty good.
Let's see.
When Julie and Kayla are talking about their sex pact, they talk about losing their virginity on the same night, and they're going to celebrate it every year by going to what restaurant?
I got it.
Olive Garden.
Yes!
Woo! Good.
Breadsticks for life, bitch.
Yeah, that's right.
That is one of two Italian restaurants that is mentioned in this movie. So, very, very good. Both with delicious bread.
What was the other
Agreed.
Macaroni Grill.
Yeah, we just talked
That's
about
where
that.
he got beat up.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, 20 to 19. We
20
move
to
on to
19,
Shallow
very
Hal
good,
later
you
this week.
guys. All right, Shallow Hal will be Friday. If you're hanging out, we'll see you then. Here we go to the next clip.
Other stuff.
Yeah, like what?
Like, not sex, but I'm still down for pleasure. You got this.
Oh my God.
Get the hell away from my daughter, you little piece of shit!
Dad, what the?
You okay? He didn't hurt you, did he?
What? No, he didn't hurt me! Holy shit! Connor! Oh my God, are you okay?
I'm actually totally fine.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay though? Are you sure? Dad, what are you doing here?
I've been following you around all night.
Oh my God. You've been following me? Are you crazy?
You gave me no choice. You're in over your head with this kid.
I am not some pathetic damsel in distress that needs saving. I can handle myself.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Kayla, you can't. And that's why I'm here. It's my job.
Oh. Yeah, so you just don't think I can make my own decisions and handle myself? That really fucking sucks.
Man.
Wow, way to bring the room down, Sean.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. That's not how this conversation would have went at all.
How would it have went?
Well, first of all, when he threw the kid through the goddamn wall,
And they call the police.
that would yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Now you're going to prison. They don't have or jail. They don't have handcuffs to fit him. They got to use zip ties.
Yeah,
because his
and
wrists
the
are
two
so
zip
big.
ties like zip tied to the other zip tie.
Yeah, that whole
because his
thing.
shoulders are so big.
God damn it, man! It's a whole
Is that a
fucking
thing?
thing.
There's like extra zip ties for like
Yeah,
little
for
muscly
like
dudes.
stacked
yeah.
dudes like that.
Yeah, they
You never
have to
watched
do that.
Cops or Live
Oh, but I've watched a lot of like
or-
self-defense things. Like if you're a girl, you can just like whop those things open, like right, like whop, like your hands down.
Or with your shoelaces.
No, they
Yeah,
don't just
yeah.
open. Yeah, they say that, but
Shoelaces.
We gotta try
yeah,
that.
you
I feel like I can get through a zip tie with my teeth for sure because I've opened up like a fucking Nerf gun before. Like,
I'll open up your Nerf gun.
See, there it is.
There it is.
Me?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just hit on you.
The fuck just happened?
Talk to me like that in my
Because that was Eric being romantic.
Sorry to
also, thank you. 30's been hard so far.
Sorry to make everyone so
I appreciate
horny,
the flattery.
You know.
I haven't been creeped on at a gas station in a long time, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
COVID's been hard for everybody.
The way the conversation wouldn't go is this wouldn't happen. They wouldn't be in this fucking hotel of all of these fucking. First of all, hotels don't allow you to party in the hallway.
That's not true.
If any, well,
but just
I'm going to be honest. No, it is fucking true because I have tried it literally 1,000 times.
I went to a Marine Corps ball one time, and this is exactly what it looked like.
Okay, I think that's different.
I've been to a Marine Corps ball, and they got in so much trouble for drinking, like sneaking.
You were serving your country.
The police would be in there in 4 seconds if it was a bunch of high school
babe.
kids.
Thanks, baby.
I love you so much.
I did a really good job.
Thank you for your service.
You will address me by my boyfriend's rank.
Thank you for your cervix.
I will say, and I think this is what you're getting at, this is my least favorite part of the movie, and not really John Cena's conversation with his daughter. They tidy that up pretty quickly. They tidy up the Leslie Mann and her daughter thing quickly.
She got electrocuted.
Yeah, let's not. Hold on, I don't want to talk about that yet because that shit. Okay, now let's talk about it. That shit's fucking hilarious. First of all, she does like the roll,
through the curtains,
and then the curtains are going, and she's telling her not to look over there. And then she fucking literally electrocutes, and she passes out.
Yeah. Like, and then when she tries to get back up, she's all twitchy, and she's so good at that. I love it.
Ninja shit right there.
So funny.
It was the one with the lesbian daughter, Sam, and
got a Red Bull.
The other crazy dad, right? And I understand that you can't, because she hates him in the first part of the movie. He's admittedly been gone and everything's happening. And I understand that you can't spend 40 minutes of this movie getting into all the therapy that maybe a dad and father need to reconcile a relationship that's very strained.
So you don't like this? You don't like this whole thing?
It took 45 seconds for this all to work itself out, and that's just. And again, I know that you can't. I know that you can't go to this extreme, but there could have been something between what we saw and what real life would be like.
You know, but the only thing that I'm going to say on
this
that
a little
is
better.
that and being, oh man, I don't know how to word this actually.
Eric, you're right. I mean, that would be one way to do it.
I do think that there are girls who haven't had their dad in their life that would, even through all the resentment, they just want this acceptance so bad that they would 100% find themselves in a situation not like this. This is bullshit from the fucking get-go because this prom night thing. Right? Because everybody's running out of the room going, fuck you, Dad. I'm going to Puerto Rico. Right? Like, let's go. But the thing is that I do feel like that she would sit at a Subway with him and have a sandwich and go, yeah, I mean, you haven't been around my whole life, and guess what? I'm a lesbian. I haven't told anybody else. Because she just wants that acceptance so bad.
I would tell you, I didn't expect this movie to hit me in the heart. But there's a pretty specific. That's a
Randy Rogers song. Are you fucking with me right now?
No,
Okay,
not at all.
Go ahead.
He says, I pulled back. And I thought the more that I did that, I was giving you more space.
Yeah.
And as you know, my oldest Zoe lives with her mom, and we don't have joint custody, man. I just kind of have the shithole, see you when I see you standard. Yeah. And I live with a permanently broken heart about not having her around as much as I want her around, right?
Yeah.
But I will admit this, I don't call Zoe every day like you think you would when you've got a child who doesn't live with you, because it somehow makes it worse when I talk to her and then I have to hang up and I'm really emotional about it. And so if I go a day or two without calling her, you know, it feels like a terrible thing to admit, but it makes it easier for me because it's just kind of out of sight, out of mind until the next time she does get to come over, whether it's a Thursday or a weekend, or I have her the entire month of July, which, you know,
but you're also keeping her in her routine. So it's not like it's just out of sight, out of mind for you. It's keeping it out of sight, out of mind for her. And what you've done, because you guys have been, I mean, how long since you guys have ever been together? Like, it's been a long time.
8 years.
So a long time. Y'all have, whether you realize it or not, have established a schedule and that's important. Stability and consistency. And so calling
that's a good
kid
point.
every day is kind of a different, I mean, you know, we're in a blended family and he's divorced and there's just something to that. It might feel like that to you, but I know for a fact that, like, if you think about it, like, it would probably be more disruptive than anything to call every day because you guys have your stability and consistency.
I feel like the calling every day thing would almost be selfish to me from your standpoint, because quite frankly, what is she gonna say?
Yeah, have you called a kid ever? They're always like, hi, nothing,
I
bye.
went to this thing today. And I'll go, okay, well, I'm interested in your life and shit. You know, like, so, I mean,
I get that.
Well, it's not genuine, too, when you make it a point to have to do that, like, every single day.
If it's clockwork.
And it does make that time together so much more special.
You actually have something to talk about when you're together.
I don't know. I think you play, I honestly, you know, being a weekend parent, being in that situation is never good for anybody. I think you play it better than anybody I've ever known because of the way that you do the Thursday dates and the way how you hold that in such high regard and the way that you fought through this whole COVID thing and all of that. I'm about to start crying. Sorry.
Well, all that she's going to want is consistency. And I can tell you that because, you know, my dad's on the show, not Dennis, but Mark, my dad. And, you know, we were not like super mega close. He had me whenever he was a teenager. We kind of had an on again, off again situation. But when I was 18 years old, we started doing these Sunday dinners because he had my sisters, like my little baby sisters. And so we did them every Sunday. And like, I feel like our whole relationship is based off of those dinners because of that consistency and that regular time. That's all that I think I ever probably needed growing up was consistency. I think if he called me every day, I think it would have been a little bit bothersome or what do you talk about? Or, oh God, I got to have this conversation. Yeah. Like the faith, I mean, anybody would feel that way. Like talking to your grandparents every day. You wish you could later in life, but if they'd called you every single day, you'd be like, oh fuck, here's my 5 minutes with grandma today. Like,
We just went through that with my 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Because his father lives in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. And we would have him call him every day around 7. And he finally was just like, recently, like, why do I have to do this every day? Like it
becomes a chore.
It does. And they don't have a lot to talk about. And
but they probably would if they called at the end of the week, right? You have a little bit more of your week going. I mean, not that I know about the whole personal situation, but you know, growing up with
I don't think that's a guilt. And the other thing is too, is that, you know, what's great about living today is texting. Yeah. And you could fucking start.
Absolutely.
You could do game pigeon and be like, hey, it's your turn. And
they text each other a lot.
It's your turn in 8 Ball. You know what I mean? And there's that.
Yeah,
kind
we
of thing.
definitely do that.
And all of that is interaction.
It's, I guess it was just you know, obviously I probably internalize it more than Zoe does, or, you know.
You're supposed to internalize it more than she does.
Yes.
Listen to me.
That's a sign of a good parent because growing up, I think I internalized it more than my dad did. That's a weird dynamic. Yeah. We have to do the flip as adults.
I definitely took the same thing from this conversation as you did, and I realized that they just don't have the time to get. And we talked about this a bunch, right? They don't have. They've got 45 seconds to get this to happen. Yeah, right.
You can't flash forward 6 years, and they've been.
It's a whole lot,
time.
right? And
sure.
you know, and the idea is to get to that end scene where they have a relationship again, and he's trying. He's explaining He's already explained himself for the movie's sake. He's explained himself to his friends, which you get the whole story about like all the shit that went down. Now he's saying to his daughter, he's still not throwing her mom under the bus or anything, and just going, look, I'm taking this. I'm going to own it. I should have done better. I shouldn't have made our shit, shit that you and I went through about me and you, and I did that. And here's the thing, that's not an easy fucking thing to do, man. I'm going to be honest, man. I've also have been there. I've gone through a 2-year custody battle. I co-parent 2 children. It's fucking hard not to just, throw your hands up and just go, well, fuck, if y'all want to go to the lake on my weekend, go to the lake, And you know what? I let them go to the lake because I'm like, but
I think in this situation though, with this specific conversation, the fact that she would just in 1 minute clear everything up and tell him everything. I think that he said after she came out to him, what do you mean you won't tell these people? The people that you care about should be the easiest. Yeah. I think he even acknowledged all she wanted to do was just say it out loud.
She just needed somebody.
And he was happy he was there for it, but she's like, and now you've got to tell the people that you give a shit about.
What an easy thing too, right?
It was easier to just say it to somebody that who the fuck, what are you going to do with that information?
Don't even know who this is it.
What are you going to tell? Like,
man, I appreciate you sharing that, man, and I really do. And I thought about my own situation.
I thought about both of you while I watched this
I was watching this, and I thought about, what kind of job I've done, and and I will say I think both me and you both have done the best we can. So now there's 2 naked kids in a bed, and their mom's under it.
Yeah.
And they decide they need to do a goddamn dance, right? And that shit was fucking funny. He says to her, let's christen every corner of this room and then FaceTime our parents.
FaceTime my parents.
My parents, yeah.
Oh,
and she goes, okay. And she goes, like, it's like they have to have that relationship with that set of parents already. They already have to know more about
So
them.
I have not shared this on the show, but I will right now.
Yes.
So the first time
your mom was in the room, the first time you had sex?
Well, the first time I tried to have sex.
You said tried.
I can relate to that sentiment, actually.
She's trying to touch your balls.
No. I was in like
Roadhouse.
I was in 11th grade, and it was coming up on spring break, and this chick that I never gave any thought to ever in my English class was just like, oh man, talking to one of her friends behind me. Oh, I can't wait to just like go on spring break and have sex and whatever. And this girl wasn't like that cute. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, you're going to be having a bunch of sex? Okay. So, hey, what's everybody doing for spring break?
Holy shit. I have this exact story.
And so we talk a little bit, and that's like a Wednesday, and spring break coming up and whatever, and we're going to hang out. Well, my mom has this part-time job at our church office.
Okay.
So she's gone from like 9:30 to 2 every day. And so, to fast forward a little bit, like I get this girl over to the house and get in bed and start trying to figure out like what goes where and why is it not exactly working how I thought it was going to.
It's one or the other.
And then
that's in this movie.
Yep.
It's more like
that's in this movie. Good ref.
It was like the angle of it and like which direction am I supposed to be? And the phone starts ringing. And if you guys are children of the 80s, 90s, like it wasn't a cell phone, it was the house phone. And so the phone's ringing and
you have to answer.
Kind of, well, but I don't answer it. But I just don't. But it was my mom. But what happens is if you don't answer it, the answering machine picks up, and then it goes through the speaker.
The whole house.
Shut the fuck up.
And so I'm kind of like awkwardly.
Eric, it's your mom.
On top. Hey,
Your mom's saying your name.
Hey, boys, it's mom. Well, I don't know where you guys are.
Casey's mom.
Well, I don't know. I'll be home in a little bit. I hope you guys are being good. I'll see you later. I hope you're being good.
And then
I hope you're not trying to hump an ugly girl in our house.
Don't say ugly. But then what? I bet you she ended up hot. But then what? Religion kicked in, and you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah, what happened?
No, it wasn't that.
His mother saying his name.
I remember specifically this girl going, and you've done this before?
Yeah, where she is the ugly girl in the story, you don't even want to know what you are in this her story.
Right, exactly. I'm the awkward, acne-covered, glasses-wearing dork who couldn't figure out what was going on. And then by the time I did, I just came everywhere. So,
how old is your child?
Look at all of it.
It was a great day.
That's
So
it.
your oldest is like 30 now, or like?
No, my oldest is 12, and I'm 43.
So nothing happened? That was it?
I mean, I got it in there.
Okay.
Oh, you did.
And then about 8 seconds later,
right? Yeah, hey,
you're right. A bull. That shit counts.
After his mom said his name.
That sounds pretty normal.
To the sound of your mother's voice.
Yes.
Oh, it all adds up.
Of my
it all makes so
mother
much sense, Eric.
sitting at the church office where I went to church every Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, telling me
It's really
I
all
hope
coming together.
You're being a good boy.
Dude, I tried the same shit, by the way, with a girl in science class who was talking about the fact that she had humped her boyfriend. And I was just like, "Oh my God, you guys are humping
someone who humps."
So like, well,
I'm not the only one that says that word.
Knocking boots.
I
think y'all are the only two.
I want to get involved in this humping, so perhaps you could come help me study, right?
Right.
And
some anatomy.
I did a whole thing where
You didn't even offer to help her study. You said, "Come help me do something, and then do more for me."
Well, no, I just
Study
played
the
dumb
balls.
all the time because that was the easiest path.
God. Chemistry's hard.
Anyway,
Where does my penis
So
go?
is my dick.
Roadhouse.
It was biology, which is a total
Also
different thing.
appropriate.
Which was my favorite is Mr. Sparks, and when we started to talk about sex, which by the way they used to teach in school, he'd go, "Now
Eric
the
missed
thing is, if sex didn't feel good, nobody would do it.
Same
If
thing with
sex
cocaine.
felt like stubbing your toe, the population would die off." Right? And that stuck with me.
Yeah.
Apparently, sex doesn't feel like stubbing your toe.
My Uncle Lonnie used to tell me that.
Oh, yeah? Lonnie.
D's nuts across
Anderson.
your face.
I don't
Yes!
stubbing my toe.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
But what about that part where like the baby feels like a fucking giant boulder coming out of the whole bottom half of your body?
Kinda like
and being
stubbing
ripped
your
out?
toe.
I didn't get to hear that because I'm a boy.
Yeah.
Son of a
We
bitch.
watched about...
It's not like stubbing your toe. That's all.
Yeah,
it matters.
no, it's just like, hey, you could grow this on the head of your dick. It's like a plant. And you're like, I don't know, shit. What are the odds of that? Fuck
Yeah,
it. I'll throw my dick on the table.
And they
Sounds
turn
probably
out
like
to
One
be
in
pretty-
5.
Yeah.
Not as uncommon as you might
And
think.
nowadays, like 1 in 3.
Chia.
I think working on half.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my God, that's super bad. All right, so so anyway, just to backtrack a little bit, a couple of lines that I thought were really funny was when he just goes, "I'm gonna shove that fedora so far up his ass,
It's gonna be a hat.
it's gonna be a hat." And even her reaction to it is just like, okay, well, I don't know.
That's so good.
And then they don't take the time to explain it. They just let
Yeah.
it sit there
I've
for
seen
a
this
little
movie
bit.
more than
Yeah.
once, and I never fucking heard that, and it made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, so good, so good.
funny.
So then the gang gets back together. The one girl has had sex, and then Kayla, who again I think she and John Cena steal this movie, but she just goes, "Let's just say the chef went down on my pussy." It's just so funny to hear that anyway, you know. And then they make their friend a cape and tell her that she loves her, and you know that's this generation, right? You know, it really is cool to see because when I was a kid, you knew who the gay people were, but they wouldn't say anything, and they would get picked on, and I would take up for them, of course, because I'm not a fucking savage. But you know, that was a whole thing.
It was
and-
unspoken.
it was very unspoken, but people could call somebody,
Schmag Schmidt
or a schmaggot, or whatever. And you would be like, yeah, okay, well, that's not appropriate. Also, your fucking teeth are stupid, whatever I'm talking about. And then I would duck and run.
Yeah.
But not very fast because I was fat. So
I fucked your mom.
Yeah.
But not really, because I don't even know what I'm doing.
That's what they say in video games now.
Yeah.
I'll find like deep personal stuff. If somebody ever says anything mean on the internet, like I'll go like looking through their Facebook pages and like figure out the stuff. Did my mom tell you her most recent one that she did?
Oh, this bitch sold a bike in 2017. Well,
someone said a mean thing on a Bowling for Soup post. I don't even know what it was, but my mom
Fuck that bitch.
Oh no.
Went Shanadurkey on this motherfucker.
Oh no, they said something about my weight or whatever. Yeah.
And so she went onto this dude's page and just like her usual, usually be like, oh yeah, well fucking your stupid fucking teeth or your do whatever, or your fucking So she said, I went on his Facebook and immediately saw that his mother had recently passed away.
Oh. Now, I guess I don't know this, but I like where it's going.
Yeah, already.
And I don't even know what the guy said. I know she could tell the story better. And she said that a punch, because anytime he says something negative on the Bowling for Soup thing, like 10 people will come out. Like, it's fucking crazy. Bowling for Soup fans are the shit. But she said she just went on there and said, I bet your mother would be very proud right now in this moment. And that's the whole fucking comment got deleted and all the shit. And that she just was like, I was like, oh my God, Mom. She's like, no, I still feel good about it. Like, I don't care. Like, it don't hurt her feelings at all.
Yeah, Kelsey
just
got
like
onto
dead
me.
mother score.
Yeah. Kelsey got onto me back in the day when I still had Facebook. She was like, I saw what you said to that guy who, was talking shit about Jarrett. She's like, you can't do that. Like, people will just show up to your house and shoot you and all of us. And I was like, yeah, but fuck that unoriginal fucker. Like, come up with something awesome.
Right.
Come up with something.
The fact that my mom was like, dead mom gold mine is like crazy.
Yeah, you find the dead mom or dead child thing and
He did it, guys.
He went there.
You can really twist them in the old berries.
In the balls.
In the balls.
Because Eric hates that.
Damn it, Mitchell. Marco?
Hello. Mitchell, are you getting a snack?
That would be me.
I'm so glad we can do stuff like this now that Kayla's in college. I have no idea where you are. I'm ready to do so much stuff to you when I find you.
Oh.
Marco.
Hello. It's been forever.
So much time on the stair.
We're doing this.
We're totally doing it.
I know.
Just
It's
get crazy. I want you to grab my balls like Ron likes it, like hard.
Ron likes it.
Yeah, he
like
brought Ron
hard.
into it.
Yeah, I love that.
Did it look like his butt cheeks were almost taped together with some invisible tape? Like
That's
there
just-
was nothing.
No, that's just muscle. That's what it looks like on
insane.
Trainwreck. It's the same butt.
That's
Beefy.
insane to me.
Yeah.
It's got
just-
beefcakes.
Yeah, that is just a muscly bum.
good for you.
No, that looks awful.
Yeah.
Beef.
Yeah, agreed.
No, I think it's gross.
Yeah, I only looked at it the 2 times.
Yeah, man, here's the thing. Sometimes movies surprise you. I think there have been a couple of these for me lately over the last couple of years. It sucks, obviously, that COVID happened and we didn't get another year of filmmaking. It's going to be interesting to see how they make movies at this budget from now on, because I really do think it's going to be a fight to see them try and have big blockbusters unless it's superhero movies from now on. So we'll see. But Eric, what'd you think?
I was not excited about having to watch this, and I do try my best to be as neutral as I can going in. Wasn't excited about this, but was pleasantly surprised. I put this up there with some of the cinematic greats like Dude, Where's My Car? Of just funny for funny's sake.
Well, that's
doesn't
a
have
really
to be,
good rating, actually.
It doesn't have to be. I honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me for these people. I understand that you could rate it a 6 or a 7 when you're
Sure.
assigning it. But I can't understand this Rotten Tomatoes score that there are people who didn't like this.
Yeah, more than they
did. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Liars.
What's not to
I agree.
What's not to like about something that's low
Those are the
impact
Karens.
and
Yeah.
funny and
It seemed easy to me too.
And I'm not a big fan of raunchy, stupid shit, but it was just raunchy enough to
Right.
be
Yeah.
funny to me. So,
Well, and I think
all in
some
all,
of
I
that,
enjoyed it.
Some of that raunchiness being played from such a straight area too, and just even their
Very
language
true.
and stuff. It was very well written.
Yeah.
Amy.
I love this movie. This
Yeah.
was the second time I think I watched it, but Derek and I watched it together, so it was even funnier. And I loved it. I think I cried laughing.
Produced by Seth Rogen and his partner. It was Ethan
Cohen.
Ethan Worthen. Ethan Worthen.
That's
no,
a
he,
kid from our baseball
He plays
team.
from our baseball team. Sorry.
Shout out, Ethan.
Way to go.
I do the music for the thing, and so I'm just anytime I'm trying to think of somebody's parents, I'll just be like, okay, Colton Barron. Okay, that kid. That's fine. Yes, and I'm glad you liked it.
Yep.
This was a good one. Casey?
Love this movie. I was very excited that it got picked at all, actually, because I feel like sometimes we I don't know.
Who picked this?
No, I did not.
Who picked it?
Jarrett, probably.
I think. Did I not text you and ask you what you
It
wanted
was
to do?
not my choice, but
Okay.
I was psyched when you said it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so either way, we
this
ended
movie's
up on
great.
this.
It's like I saw this movie. I knew everybody was going to like it. I mean, maybe not Sean, but because sometimes he's a wild card.
Well,
but
let's,
everybody else, it's just a happy.
You knew
good
I would
movie.
like this?
Yes,
I actually
absolutely.
did. All right,
Yeah, I
fair
actually
enough.
did. There's nothing not to like, really.
Yeah, I assumed you would.
I did think you'd be able to, that you would get too far into trying to pick it apart, which you
I
do
did not think so.
sometimes.
I thought you would.
But I'm glad you thought it was funny. Again, I don't know how you see a movie with that chick that plays Kayla in this and not think it's the fucking funniest shit ever.
She's been good.
Cannot wait for her to have her first young adult comedy. It's going to be amazing. Sean, what did you think, bub?
Kayla's great. John Cena's great. That's it.
The rest of it.
I could
called that.
I could care less about it.
But did you like it more than you did?
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm like 50-50 on that.
Well, you have to be
You have to
51-49
be. Yeah.
some
Which one
way.
do you go? Up or down?
I'm gonna go down.
Bullshit. Whatever happened to predictability? Inappropriate.
Pretty good.
Time for
Yeah.
that.
All right. No, that was a great appropriate time for that.
I feel like it's always an appropriate time.
No, you knew. You just want to fucking you don't want that soundbite on there anymore. You want me to delete it?
No.
I'd do it right now, but it would fuck my shit up even more. All right. Jarrett and Rebecca, you guys are guests on the program for the first time. First of all, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yes, and did you guys get to watch the movie before doing the show?
Absolutely, yes.
And was it something? I mean, it's a movie you guys like, and one of Rebecca's favorite movies.
I'll go as far as to say that we watch a lot of movies, and this probably was my favorite comedy of 2018.
Our whole wedding
Love
was
that.
movie themed, so we're movie
that's
people.
awesome.
Yeah.
But we thought this was hilarious. As we saw it at the theater, I remember just I almost feel like I had tears, and I laugh a lot, but this one really had me going, and John Cena particularly, and I was dying.
It was unexpected laughter.
That's right. I agree. When Casey and I went to see this, I definitely did not think I would laugh the way that I did, and man, so much laughter.
The issue that I had was that I thought that this would be one of those like the movie Ted, where I saw the unedited commercial and I was like, oh, I think I got the movie, and then I did get the movie. But this one, I was like, there's so much funny shit that I didn't see in the preview.
Show all the good parts.
Right.
Yes, and I was like, oh, it killed me. I
when
died.
the trailer gives you the whole movie, it is such a bummer.
Yes.
And
The kids' movies now, I feel like they have to do that.
Yeah.
they do. Yeah, they sell that to. Oh
hate that.
man. So we go to see kids' movies now, and Everett will have seen and he will quote the trailer as we're going through that shit.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thank you to whoever picked this movie.
You're welcome.
It was okay. You're welcome too. Sean, let's quickly check our mail.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jarrettgoestothemovies@gmail.com.
Good morning. Jarrett and crew. Longtime listener, first-time caller, and I just wanted to let you know that I have been having such a great time listening to the podcast this year, and I'm stoked that you have kept it going through the lockdown and restrictions. I'm enjoying it so much that I finally stepped up and become a patron, although only at the lowest tier, but hey, every little bit helps, right? I have listened to the podcast sporadically since the beginning, but unlike what I hear from most people, COVID has meant that I don't get to listen to you guys as much when I'm not driving to work. But when we're free, I've had a great time catching up on some episodes about my favorite movies and watching movies I'd never usually give a chance just to keep up with the podcast. Although I'd love to catch the live streams, the time difference from down south to down under doesn't help my cause, but we've just gone into lockdown again in Melbourne, so maybe I'll be able to jump on at some point. Before I sign off, I'd like to give a performance review to each of the regulars. You may take this as you like.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jarrett, unbelievable energy, and I've never known anyone to say more syllables without saying actual words than that guy. Also, his name is on the show, so that counts for something.
I'm nervous.
And that is true.
All right.
Okay. Rich 2.0, a.k.a. Eric.
Oh.
Christ.
Big shoes
2.0
to
is an
fill,
upgrade.
and wow, has he filled them. His dulcet tones can't be beaten. Casey, I'm stoked that Casey makes more appearances these days, whose random stories sometimes steal the show. Sean, probably the best bloke on the show, the one you'd want to have a beer with. Okay.
One beer.
I'm glad he is no longer silent. Amy, I've saved the best until last, because Amy... is hands down the funniest person on the show. Every episode, there's something that absolutely cracks me up, and it's usually because of something she said. Keep doing what you're doing, especially Amy, and I'll keep listening. Cheers, Curtis Lang.
What did I do with the syllables? What the fuck just
I don't
happened?
know what that means.
This is about Amy.
You're right. God damn it, Amy. Good job, Amy.
Girl power. That was nice. I like that.
I feel like the only people who like me because I'm not Rich 2.0. Like, that's better than
Dude, you
whatever.
got that was actually a good review. Actually,
That's true. When somebody says 2.0, it's like the better version of whatever was first.
Right.
Okay.
It's like there.
Let's make it more about my ego.
Would you rather have
If we're
one
gonna
dick or
dissect
two
it, it's
dicks?
like they're saying that I don't stay on the topic all the time, which I find offensive.
Anyway, in what year did Johnny Carson die?
What?
Because that's what...
Huh?
Okay. Next up, Eric and friends. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry I haven't written in a while. It's my favorite. I know it's been difficult for you to carry the show with your dead weight co-host. Don't worry. I'll make it up to you.
Shit.
Work has been crazy and I've started traveling again. I'm going to have to catch up on some more of the recent episodes, but don't worry, I'm in it for the long haul. Anyway, I hope all is well in Texas. Eric, I long for the sound of your voice. Casey, I hope you get to feeling better. Amy, keep up the good work. Sean, thanks for staying in touch and sharing California memories with me. And that's all the important people covered. As always, keep up the good work
Is he
and
making this up?
never stop laughing. Love, Jeff Millman.
Oh, the Millman.
Well, go ahead.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing.
That had nothing to do with me. So you address the goddamn letter.
Tickle your balls.
I mean, Jeff, thank
He
you for
knows
your
better.
email. P.S. Saw Josh a few weeks ago. We can't wait to go head to head on 5 questions.
Oh, that'll be fun.
He said head to
So
head.
they're gonna do docking?
See? Told you.
Dawn docking. Rest in peace, Dawn.
Okay.
Sean told me he's still alive earlier, but
I'm not answering that email. None of that was to me. You can answer it or move on to the next one.
this bitter bitch.
I'm not being bitter.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Sassafras.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Next up. Hey, Jarrett Goes to Movies. Bowling for Soup is so great. I remember my first Bowling for Soup show when I was 2. Is that what you want to hear?
How's it going? Oh, Marius, so good to hear from you. Man, this is awesome. I'm so glad he wrote in.
And happy birthday.
Wait a minute.
You could have 1,000 tickets.
No.
In the ticket blaster.
I don't know what they're doing. That is not, I don't do that.
The
man.
Got a snorty.
All right, last but not least, so today was my first attempt at 5 questions. Was not ready. Next time I'm going to study in wrestling promo style. I'm coming. Also, the name I was trying to remember was AJ Styles. So still the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Greg Stevens.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
Thank you. Oh, shit, there's one more. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Unless you want to respond.
No. Greg, you did great. It was fun having you. Sorry, that lucky Yoda was not so very lucky today. So, I don't know. Dog toy.
All right. Do you have anything you want to say to Jeff Millman?
Jeff didn't address me, so
okay.
fuck him.
All right. Here we go. All right, last but not least, hi, Boca Ray here. I just wanted to drop you a line to let you know that the most recent episodes have been some of your best. Eric, if you don't mind, please read the letter located under your laptop to the rest of the cast. Best regards, Boca Ray.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, God.
Is there really?
There's
Holy
something there.
Shit, there's something.
Is it in
under
an
there.
envelope?
What the fuck? Also, is Boca Ray
Is Boca Ray Sean or you?
Sean do this?
Is Boca Ray like related to Bella Fleck?
Is this tickets to that Ryan Cabrera show I wanted to go to?
I already got that taken care of, Holmes.
Well, you didn't text me back.
Yes.
What I had to do is assist in what Boca or what Ray wanted.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Oh.
This is very Oprah.
Oh.
Meets the Da Vinci Code. Meets a shitty podcast.
Law offices of Colvin, Cummings, Erdelyi, and Hyman. Queens, New York, RE copyright infringement of Boca Ray's copyrighted material. Jarrett Goes to the Movies podcast. Jarrett Goes to the Movies is using without authorization the Jarrett Goes to the Movies drinking game, hereafter known as Drinking Game. You have reprinted without permission the drinking game on your social media pages, as well as providing it to your supporters as a perk. I demand you immediately cease and desist all use of the drinking game within 10 days of the date of this letter. Our client, Boca Ray, has asked us to send this cease and desist letter in hopes of resolving this issue without further legal action. Boca was drunk when he commissioned this letter, and we do apologize, but Boca can be very persistent and long-winded. It took us less time to write this lengthy letter than it did for Boca to explain the drinking game. Honestly, Boca does not really have a case, but you don't refuse when the godfather of Boca Raton asks you a favor. Boca Ray has determined that there are 3 acceptable resolutions to this copyright dispute.
I thought we just had to stop.
Immediately remove all images and recordings that contain the drinking game from the internet and pay Boca Ray $50 per perk payable in dog coin. He also has no idea what dog coins are, but he likes doggies. Or Jarrett Reddick will write a hit song defined as at least 1 million streams or views on the internet, where he specifically credits Boca Ray for the idea of creating the Jarrett Goes to the Movies drinking game. Or name the famous band whose original members' legal names are listed as the partners in our law firm. The information in this letter is not accurate, and I do not state under penalty of perjury that I am authorized to act on my own behalf as the copyright owner in these materials. I appreciate your prompt attention and cooperation in this serious matter. Sincerely, Dee Dee, Tommy, Joe, Johnny, and Joey. Very
okay.
Very
Read me the names of the
Colvin, Cummings, Erdelyi, and Hyman.
No. It was Joey, Johnny.
Dee Dee, Tommy, Johnny.
No. I thought he said in the intro.
He did. He said the law office, the named law offices.
Yeah, totally.
But maybe these are the original name. Maybe their names weren't.
That's their
Dee
actual
Ramone
name.
Was Jeff Colvin.
Yep.
Tommy was
Hyman.
Gary Cummings.
So
Trent Erdelyi
and Hyman.
Okay, so as long as we acknowledge the Ramones, we don't have to get.
All right.
Okay, so we're not getting.
I actually like when he texted me, he was like, "Hey, what's your email? I'm going to send you over this if you can print it out." And I was like, "Yeah," but I was like, "Wait, was he the one that came up with the drinking game? I can't even remember if he.
I can't remember that shit at all.
It makes sense. He's the only one that would write a fucking email long enough to make up the drinking game.
But he also has the coolest job where he
sits at a bar.
Yeah,
and
sits at the bar and talks to like.
Wait, what?
Remember, he tells stories to like the the people that go visit the bar that he is at?
I could do that.
No.
Remember that?
I do that. How do
You should be getting paid.
My goodness gracious.
All right, that's it for the mailbag.
What a
you
kick-ass.
set me up at a video poker machine in Vegas? I'll fucking sit there for days.
What a
stories.
kick-ass episode, guys, that we went long tonight. I thought this would be a short one, but I'm glad that there was more to come. Giggity. Eric, wait, let me say a few things first. Casey, awesome job, as always. Eric, I goddamn love you. Amy, you really are the fucking funniest person on the show.
Well.
Sean, suck a dick. Hey, you two, Jarrett and Rebecca, thanks for being here, and please come back anytime.
Thanks for having
Glad we finally got to hang out.
We had a great time. Thank you so much.
And yeah, seriously, anytime. And Eric, what else?
There was this other hot gay sex I just had.
That is completely off topic. Eric, go ahead and let everybody know where they can connect with us.
Go to our website, jarrettgoestothemovies.com. You can hang out with us on Facebook. We have our official Jarrett Goes to the Movies page and the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page. We suggest strongly that you check out both. YouTube and Twitch, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. You want to smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. On Instagram and Twitter at Jarrett Movies. Patreon, that is where you can join the winning team. Support the little podcast that could. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Email us, jarrettgoestothemovies@gmail.com. And last but not least, you can text us or you can leave a voicemail. The number's the same either way, 714-451-6029. Again, that's 714-451-6029. Jarrett, back to you.
Thanks for sharing, Jarrett Adlof. Oh, fuck.
He did it.
Becky Lynn, they're both right there. Thanks for being here, too, by the way, guys. Ad Craner, Joey Bishop, Carrie Lynn Abner, David Kendrick. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I can't see this very well.
Bifocals.
I just got new
He
glasses.
did get new glasses.
Don Petretta, Charles.
Our sweet boy.
Charles, shut the fuck. God damn it. Don Petretta.
Okay.
Charles Glanville. Celeste Mary Meadows. Amy Pitzinger. Kim Murphy. Fartrell. Hold on. Fartrell Cluggins. That's my fucking favorite one from back in the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fartrell Cluggins. We've had him before.
Thank
Hunter
you.
Cagle. Shit, is that real? Chance Anderson, Woody Chambers, Josh Foley, Twyla Tharp, Enrico McFarland, Benny Cataldo, DeMarcus Williams, Joy Bishop, MPG Facebook page, Dandy Chiggins.
It's funnier after you've had a few drinks.
Dandy Chiggins.
Make it a song.
What am I missing there?
Sing it.
It's just
Barry,
Sing it.
Barry Ferguson, Greg Stevens. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is crazy.
Sing
Dude,
them.
I don't even.
Javaris, Jamar, Javaris, and Lamar.
Right. Gage Strickland, Chris Pulse, Dwayne Pipe,
Dwayne Pipe.
Katie Braley, Alfred Noogalpuss. Alfred Noogiepuss.
What the fuck is happening?
Noogapus. Alfred Noogap. I don't know. Test Screen, Justin McGill.
Not gonna work here
It's
anymore.
not really fun.
Matthew Jumblies.
Can we hang out with these people?
Jared Spear, the Chinese Chubby Checker Facebook page. Josh Millman, Collateral Cinema Movie Podcast, and Tina Milt. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you down the road. Y'all be good.
Y'all are awesome.
What the fuck?